It's Grapsody with Will, Phil, and Reg, trying to keep it real instead of what you usually get from these talking heads. It's Grapsody, we're here to fill the void. 3 black fans, different perspective, gotta fill your voice. Coming with the podcast, talking majors, indies in between. Yeah, it's all that, and we're down with Fightful, better fall back. Coming for respect, we connect like a ball bat. No need to double check, these are all facts. You're listening to us talk raps. You're listening to us talk raps. Will, Phil, and Reg. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps.
Yo, yeah, that's what you have me. I'm like,
hey. Boys is back in the building, man.
Your boys are back in town.
He's back in the building, man. Definitely got some discourse this week of people going like, man, I ain't never heard that record. Y'all opening with that? Like,
that's what y'all starting with? Yeah.
Opening with that joint. But y'all know what it is, man. This is Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsay. And of course, I have my co-host with me, Righteous Reg.
In the building, it's your boy, Media Man, your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster, the king of cinema, Media Man, Righteous Reg. Holler at your boy. Call me Steven Spielberg out this bitch.
Go by many names. King of Cinema. Right Said Reg.
Yeah. Right Said Reg. Yeah. A man of many names.
Wearing many hats around here. But we got a guest, man. Shout out to our guest, Heartbreak Julio, host of the Almanac show. What's going on, man?
Thank y'all for having me, good brothers, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out my brother Dre, my other co-hosts on the Almanac show. We here, Heartbreak Julio. Do the podding, do the rapping, do whatever you need me to do. Host parties, whatever we got it.
Come on.
We working, you know what I mean?
Speak on it, big dog. Speak on it, big dog. You know, for like people like us in this space, do you feel that it's I guess kind of in the hip hop space, we always feel like we got to do so many jobs. Like for me, I'm like, I got to rap. I want to do the beat. I want to produce. I want to do everything. Does it make it easier for you having so many jobs so you could just like constantly be grinding pretty much?
You know what it is too? I think it all starts with the rap. So with rap, we learn from performance. So once you have performance, that makes us comfortable being around people, group of people. Right. Also, like doing interviews, like my old podcast, I was doing interviews with wrestlers, which on me. Shout out to Fightful, they actually posted it when we had dropped it with so shout out to Fightful, always love Fightful for that.
Yeah.
So I feel like being that rapper is a grind, it's always a hustling. So it's just like, yo, you want to do something. Like I ended up hosting a party because it was just like, yo, get on the mic, all right, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like it's the grind, but it's fun. It's like you get used to it, you're moving around, it's the performance, so it all comes back to it. We always gotta do something. It's just we can't help it. It's just we always moving. You know what I mean? Like
that's dope.
Yeah, nah. I first seen the music jumping off when I seen you drop that Puff and Mace joint. I was like, nah, that's hard, man.
That was hard.
That shit was dope.
That was hard.
My brother Julio, Down Bad Records. That's the team, man.
Hey. Where are you based out of, Julio?
Queens, man. Queens.
Oh, let's go.
You know, we got that's that
QB, bitch.
Yeah, Queens, New York City, the whole everybody, the whole borough right there. You know what I mean? So we working, man. We just trying to get it jumping, bro. You know how it is. You know the grind, man. But you know.
Yeah. That's hella dope, man. We appreciate you coming on to Grapsody. Everybody, welcome. It's Saturday. It's
Saturday, baby.
It's Phil Day.
It's a lot going on.
CM Punk Day. The Phils are about to get all their shit off in Chicago. It's a very exciting day. WWE did some very interesting things last night on SmackDown. We got a lot of good stuff to get into today, big dog. We got super chats, humper chats. Submit all your things. If you want to be a part of the show, you know we're gonna read them here for you.
Yeah, you know the deal. You can send us your super chats, and if you want to send us your humper chats, that is humperchats.com/Fightful.
Yep.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Send that good looking. That's love.
So what before we get into some wrestling talk, what's good with y'all weekend, man? Phil, how's the city feel with this big show happening here today?
Man. Listen, man. City's feeling excellent, bro. You got the president out here, bro. You know what it is.
I seen you got your shirts already, dog. You are ready to go.
Pro Wrestling Tees opened their doors back up, man. I was like, oh, I can go and buy the merch before I jump out tonight, man. I went out there and touched the people, man. You know, Chicago
You got
feels.
your outfit laid out on your bed right now?
Nah, man. Chicago feels and Larry is ready to touch the city this afternoon.
They ready to touch it. Now Larry is on his way, big dog.
Bad tonight. Larry got bad tonight.
Last time when he ran onto the ramp during Double or Nothing, like
Larry jumped in the locker room looking for ops. Don't let that.
Yeah, no, for reals. He like, I've been waiting to be back for y'all, dog. I've been waiting for this.
I'm looking for the ops. Facts.
I'm ready to bite an ankle. Where that nigga Ace still at?
Nah, remote. Nah, but man, like a lot going on, man. Still kind of reeling off this NBA playoffs. Like I had to rewatch Raw because I forgot this Monday I was watching the finals. I was not watching wrestling. Your Denver Nuggets are your new NBA champions.
Oh yeah, we'd be remiss if we didn't say this on this podcast, right? Like this whole year, Will started it out being like, we're gonna win the championship, I think, this year, and we were like, yeah, all right, big dog. There was a while where we thought that Phoenix was gonna give them some kind of pressure. They didn't.
I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan. I was like, yo, we gonna do it. But
are you a Lakers fan? How'd you? Wait a minute.
You're in Queens and you're a Lakers fan?
How'd you end up a Lakers fan?
So it started with because they had back in the day when they had the Bulls versus Lakers game or the Bulls.
Okay.
So everybody would take Jordan. So I was like, yo, let me get the team with the yellow jersey, not really knowing nothing. I was like, that's when I started fighting with my cousins because everybody take Jordan and the Bird. So I go play with the Lakers and I would start getting into that. And then I started getting into basketball. I was like, all right, let me, because I was naturally a Jordan fan. But then when he retired, I was like, I need a new team now. I'm like, whatever. Like, I need a new team. So I'm going to go with the Lakers. I like Nick Van Exel, Cedric Sabonis, Lottie Divac, Eddie Jones. So ever since then, I just started riding with the Lakers. I was like, I couldn't root for the Knicks because I was a Jordan fan. So I was like,
nah, Knicks fans do not like Jordan, bro.
Is that our generation? Because your story is exactly my story. Jordan was everything. No matter what part of the country you're in, Michael Jordan was that guy. I was in California, like Michael Jordan's the best ever. The Bulls are the best team ever. When he retired, it was like, well, what the hell are we supposed to do now?
Exactly. That's the real thing. When he retired, I was panicking. I was young, panicking, like, yo, what's going on? I can't root for the Knicks. I'm like, all right. But with this team, they wear yellow and purple. I'm like, those are my favorite colors. I'm like, all right, let me go with them.
Soon after Kobe showed up, it was a wrap.
Yeah, it worked out. Kobe, Shaq. It was just everything. It was just a beautiful run. It started with Nick Van Exel. I used to love Nick Van, number 9. I thought he was showing with the eyebrow.
Yeah, NBA Live 95. I stay with the Lakers squad with Nick Van Exel.
But yeah, nah. Denver Nuggets got it done. I figured the winner of the Lakers Nuggets series was gonna win a championship.
Yeah,
and that's where we're at. It was a little bit. It was a little choppy in this game. Some odd calls. My man Bam decided to just fall down during the tie up.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. This is a wrestling show, and that was a definitely The bro said, "I'm about to take a bump on this basketball court." And it's like, well, I don't think that's what.
That was a wild call. You had Jimmy damn near kicking a guy in the nuts. And they were like, "Nah, that's a foul on him." I'm like, "Wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute."
Yeah, his nuts moved towards Jimmy's foot. That's how it is. You don't know basketball, Phil. Come on.
There were some wild calls in that last game. But nah, man, gotta give those guys their credit, man. Ended up being a really good team. Aaron Gordon showed up. I feel like every day he cut on that clip of D Wade cheating him out of that dunk contest and was like, nah, man, I ain't losing to Miami, bro.
Every single morning he woke up and played that video and was like, I'm about to bust these niggas' ass today.
Cooked D Wade behind that too. Y'all saw the video when he cooked D Wade? He had like a whole 16.
I did.
Like he got that like a week after too. He was on his ass. He's like, yo, Got him.
Straight up, got his ass. But yeah, no, shout out to the Nuggets, man. They played hard all year. They didn't take no time off. They was out here against all odds. All season we heard, we don't want to even watch these guys on TV. The ratings are going to be horrible. They're going to be this. They did not care about none of that. They were like, we're a great basketball team and we about to win this championship.
Even after the Lakers got eliminated, they were still talking about the Lakers, and that's why Bron and Malone got a little smoke right now, because they just really let it go of the Lakers. So
Mike Malone has to be from New York, right? Because you could just see the vibe on him, like the way he had his hat cocked in that at the parade, the way he was talking. I was like, nah, this dude is not.
Age got the hat this way. They on bad timing.
Straight up,
nah, bro.
No doubt about
I seen the energy, man.
No doubt about it. He couldn't wait to get his shit off. He's like, get this parade going, bro. Turn my hat sideways, and we going up.
Nah, man. He hit the put that in your pipe and smoking at the parade. I see energy, bro. Like, nah, man. Man. Look, I get it, man. Like, when somebody's telling you this team's gonna beat you all year, and then you get to the playoffs and sweep them. Nah, I'm getting my shit off. Like,
no. I'm about to talk about it. I can't turn on a sports show without them being like, my team's gonna get beat. My team's gonna do this. Nah, I'm about to tell y'all what happened and why it happened.
And I'm like, so when our team lose, I don't even watch Sports Center. So they stop dragging me.
Yo,
they beat us. I'm talking about this shit every day. I felt them like, stop talking about us.
I mean, as somebody that's a Warriors fan, I know. Like, I'm like, just let us rest. Let these niggas have some sleep. But y'all got to still be talking about what's about to happen. Let the Nuggets get their victory. Let them celebrate. They did celebrate. They was out in Vegas turning all the way up. Man, shout out to the guys.
It was like Stone Cold. I was like, okay, they feel good.
Let me
Phil and the shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But we gotta also give it up to the
oh, that's crazy.
Definitely.
Wow.
That's what I thought. Mike Malone, Queens, New York.
Wow.
It all makes sense. Damn.
Wow. Everything is coming together.
Yeah, that all makes sense. It all makes sense.
And you know how them Queens niggas be. Julio definitely knows how them Queens niggas be.
Nah, that all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I should know from the game. By the way, they're on bad timing. We seen Mike Malone's before, for sure.
I'm like, why is Queen so fresh? Well, I'm like, why is Queen so fresh in my head? But I just rewatched Time is Illmatic like 2 days ago, and I'm like, why is Queen so fresh in my brain? That's why, yeah. Shout out to Queens, man, the greatest rapper of all time, the greatest hip hop album in the history of hip hop came from Queens. So there you go.
That's fire, yeah. Shout out to Nas, Illmatic, legendary.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into a couple of these super chats. They already in here going wild. Isaiah's World says, using my $2 to ask for a Collision post show. I put out a little tweet saying if a Collision post show was interesting to anybody. There was a couple of people that were interested. There were a couple of people that said for me to chill.
I seen some messages, bro. Whether they were on the timeline or people sending me private messages like, yo, y'all moving that episode to Sunday? What's going on? I'm trying to see your reactions to the show, and I was like, nah, man. I don't know, man. I think we're still doing Saturday.
Yeah, I think we the Saturday boys, man.
Fight for select. Ask Grapsody. Fight for select. Get the bag. Yeah, Thursday.
Straight up. You know what time it is. But no. I don't think I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna just watch the show. Phil's gonna be at the show, so
I'm gonna be outside, bro.
Of course, here comes
in the streets.
Here comes Jake Salazar off rip. Our homie, shout out to Jake Salazar, says, you know, I get why the elite stands hate Punk. I'd be mad if a one-armed 40-year-old beat the fuck out of my faves after tearing his tricep.
Oh,
he giving it up already. We another one from Jake Salazar. CM Punk is back. We back out here. Let's fucking go. I'm getting ready. I'm getting all my stuff off today. All these bums can cope and cry. We in school suspension getting lit tonight. Yeah, the in-school suspension squad is getting ready. They back on TV. They back on time. They telling their moms to watch. Your mom, watch this episode. I'm actually gonna be on today. Like, it's lit for all the homies that have been
in school
sitting and festering and waiting for their moment. I'm hoping that's what this collision is all the homies that
I'm
every time we talk about AEW, somebody's like, what about Miro? What about Andrade? What about this? They hear about them. They're here.
The guys.
Yo, yeah. I'm loving it, man. Andrade is getting his tweets off, man. It's a real funny dude, man.
Back.
You know, when Charlotte outside,
tweet
Big Wall outside, Andrade getting a different bag for sure. You know that.
Nah, man. I seen the first tweet where he was like, man, we kind of similar, right? Like, went away for a little bit, you know, got injured, you know. Now we back, man. I seen this tweet last night, man. Hoping to see Punk backstage.
Getting the shit off.
Nah, I'm glad Andrade's back on TV for real, though, man. Andrade's special, man, and I think we've been missing out.
I think that's the craziest thing about it is because he's an exceptional pro wrestler. Like, he's really good at this, and we're just like, we've been not seeing this. Miro, too, like all these guys, Scorpio Sky, like all these guys that are coming that are really talented wrestlers but have just gotten caught in a series of unfortunate events at this point.
Scorpio over there with all the kids from his school suspension is funny too, by the way.
Yeah, because he ain't supposed to be here.
He did nothing. He just got hurt.
He beat the one guy in the back. That's like that really nice guy. I'm like, why is that guy with them?
Like, let's get over there, Scorpio. With the goons.
He out there with the goons.
The fighters.
No, I told somebody that they're gonna walk into work today and it's gonna be like Lord of the Flies. There's gonna be like fires. People are gonna be throwing trash cans and shit.
Piggy's got the crunch.
It's gonna be crazy out there. No, but I think these people. I hope that everybody has been gone. Is like, I just want to get back to work, including CM Punk. I'm just trying to get back to work. I'm tired of this bullshit. Let's make a dope wrestling show and let's move forward. It could be chaos though. You never know.
Yeah, a little bit of both. You know, both of them.
Jake also says, "Get ready to learn cult of personality, buddy."
Again, like I said, we back out here. I just listened to Vivid the other day, man. Underrated album. Come on.
Could it possibly not be cult of personality?
No.
No.
No. The vibe is back, bro. What are you talking about, man?
What if he's going heel, though? What if he's going heel?
Nah, I can't see it. No, don't hit us with no new like trios theme tonight, man.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
You gotta You gotta come with cult of personality in the United Center, bro. Get the vibes back. I did see Jake say
that's definitely gonna ring off the first, like, soon as the show starts. There's no way they can.
I did see Jake say if they hit the Sirius record, like, bro. Them three guys hit Sirius in United Center, man. I might be in here with tears streaming down my eyes, like, man, come on,
you're gonna be that guy from the video. Still in the back, like, ooh, man, we are back, baby. Please.
I go home. That's how I felt like that when Danielson was in Arthur Ashe. I was like,
yeah, bro. Yo, nah, for real. It's a big night tonight, man. I'm excited about it. Our homie Eloquent, shout out to homie Eloquent, says they made a new title for Roman, and he's still carrying the old Universal and World titles too. Why, you guys? Why?
It's cinema, boy. You know.
What?
Cinema, man.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why does he have those other two belts?
It's trophies. He got to have the trophy. Because, you know, I thought about it, and me being the belt mark I was like, damn, they kind of pissed me off instantly. Like, why does it? But I get it. It's trophies. Well, he can't not
stack them up.
Stack them.
But you don't see like Serena Williams come out with like her 7 Wimbledon titles. She's like, no, I'll just have the one.
Yeah, but you do see boxers come out there with like all their belts lined up.
Okay.
You know, I could see them doing like the prize fighter thing. I could see like Heyman still coming out there with the belts. Like, nah, he's still a guy.
And he loved that blue. He loved that universal belt. That's the story. He always make sure he tap it. He loved that blue universal belt. That's why I'm like, I couldn't see him giving it out. That belt means a lot to him. So it's like part of the whole thing with it.
If they start this belt, him carrying a bunch of belts, that's not a good sign for your boy, because that's gonna be next.
We ain't scared of that guy over here.
We ain't scared of that guy.
We ain't scared of that guy. I seen the interview where Rollins was like, "Nah, I ain't even have my Shield gear. I had to run home and get that just to let dude know what time it was, bro."
Okay.
It's like, it's funny because to me, like Cody, Seth, and Roman right now remind me of like that era in boxing where it was like Hagler, Hearns, and Sugar Ray, and they all just talking shit and hating each other. Like, because it's like Seth got smoked with Cody's. Seth don't give a damn about this. Finish the story. Seth is the story. So like, and then Seth never lost to Roman, so he has that. So it's just interesting to see how those three just maneuver around each other.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting, man. It's WWE, they're funny. We're gonna get into that Bloodline stuff later here in the show. Jake Salazar also says, podcast Phil and Pepsi Phil gonna be cooking this weekend, much like I'm cooking because the Elite found out real fast Ace Steel and Punk had that dog in them. Jake, he on that wild time today already.
Come on, bro.
Larry Gang, you heard?
Larry Gang.
Everybody wilding today, man. I love it. Rajan says, can't wait for Punk's return, but sadly Collision is an airing in India. So I don't know how I'm gonna watch it. Their current deal doesn't include Collision. Damn, that's really interesting. You would think a brand new show they would cover all their bases.
It's not on AEW Plus? I thought it was on there.
I thought that Fight Plus had announced that you can get the show if you're out of the country on there, but I'm not too versed in it. Jake Salazar again. Shout out to Jake Salazar always,
you spending that
regardless. For real, that's the homie. Hangman ain't catching no strays from me though. I like him too much. Yeah, I think that's the thing that kind of came out of it is like Hangman is everybody likes him. He's a likable guy. I don't think CM Punk could really say anything to be like to get anybody to hate this guy, and I don't think that's what he was trying to do anyways.
I think people that are picking sides got to relax, man. Like, yeah, I like all of these guys, man. I'm not trying to, slander none of these dudes, man.
I like them all, man. Damn, right? Sad, man.
Yeah, I think we'll get more into it also, but the fact that he even mentioned the Elite in the article gives me some hope, I guess, because like I thought that he wasn't like it was off limits.
Did it give you hope? It didn't give me much hope. It sounded like he got the old da-da-da-da, the number you have called.
Damn, did I dial this wrong? 79. That's but he also might have been capping. I don't know. Nobody knows. Who knows? Chris says, after reading CM Punk's article, the ESPN article, if he wants to make amends, but Elite don't want to do the best for business, they should strip the EVP title at least and maybe do not renew their contracts. Chris is saying if the Elite don't want to make happy with CM Punk, they should not be EVPs because you would think EVPs would want to work it out with talent.
Yeah, I mean, this is a touchy situation though. These are guys that got into a physical altercation with the guy. One of those guys got injured to the point that they were off TV for a minute. Now I can understand them being tight. Like, I ain't trying to talk to dude at the moment. And it might not be I ain't trying to talk to dude forever, but for right now, you stay over there.
Yeah, I'm cool right now, big bro. Like maybe one day, but not today. Jake Salazar again says LeBron out here saying the lame machine at an all-time high. LeBron's so corny and sensitive. Like, man, shut the fuck up. You always want to be relevant.
Yo, I definitely laughed at this when he has trolled people several times when he wins. I did not forget you coming out with that Ultimate Warrior shirt on when you won. Like, come on, bro. You have definitely done some wild stuff when you won. Dude went on IG after he beat New York in a regular season game and called himself King of New York. Come on, relax, LeBron.
He did do that. He did do that.
Yeah,
what you got to say about that, Julio? That's a Laker.
I mean, let him say what he want to say, man. He hot, man. LeBron, man. LeBron.
He hot.
Next year we on him. I don't know who we getting that point, but we gonna do something. We gonna get it rocking.
You think they're gonna give Reeves this bag or what?
Of course.
You think they're gonna match it?
Of course.
He was balling this year for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like they're gonna they need, they got to start working on the future too, because Braun ain't going to be around for too long either. So, got to start.
Cannot depend on AD. That nigga is Mr. Glass.
The AD is strong this playoff run, though. I ain't going to lie. He got up.
He's part of the reason they got so far, honestly.
Exactly.
Exactly. A lot of those games were on his back.
Exactly. I like to see him with this. I like to see this team for a full season.
Right.
Interested.
It's hard when them some old men out there. This is a good transition for us. Van Twinblade says, y'all see Spider-Verse? Y'all see Spider-Punk's laces? Bro got blue and yellow laces, and I know y'all. And if you know lace code, you know what those means. If not, Google it. Have you seen Spider-Verse? Have we talked about Spider-Verse on this show?
We talked about it briefly. Yeah, I've seen it. If you don't know lace code, guy that's worn blue laces, that means that he has killed a man in uniform. They're trying to say that Hobie might have got his shit off one of these boys in blue. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that is intentional, but that is definitely a theory I've seen going around Twitter.
I don't know. It was like that. It's like that.
I mean, he is very anti-authority if you know the Spider-Punk character. So maybe I did notice, like, if you've seen the movie and they go over like what are called canon events, and they go over everybody has a Captain Stacy. Everybody's Captain Stacy dies. Hobie was looking around like, what of it? And I've seen other people theorize like, yeah, because he killed his Captain Stacy.
Okay. Streets are talking. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people saying this is the best animated movie they ever seen, one of the best superhero movies they ever seen. Like, it's getting critical and regular people acclaim all around. I might have to watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check that out for sure.
Definitely one of the best movies of the year. I would definitely say you guys should go look at.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse. Shout out to Spider-Man getting the shit off.
Yeah, Spider.
Miles Morales and what's the homie Shamik? He be wilding.
Yo,
brother. Jake Salazar said, had to throw some ribs on the smoker. I'm celebrating my guy Punk tonight. Jake Salazar is getting his shit all the way off.
Get the ribs in, man. Come on. Juneteenth, man. Celebrate, bro. Father's Day.
It is Juneteenth. Yeah. We got to shout out Juneteenth. Shout out all the black people out there grinding legally and illegally. Shout out to Lupe and to Jeremy for them bars. But yeah, it's a big weekend. There's some events out in Oakland. Black people are very outside. People are dancing in the street. We are just I love when, honestly, sometimes we're just extra stereotypish. Like, we're just like dancing in the street. There's a big fucking sideshow. Oakland will fucking turn all the way up. Giant sideshow. I'm like, this is wild, but it's beautiful, man. It looks great.
Love it. Love being outside with the people,
Nah,
culture, energy came in.
People were that.
But yeah, also shout out to all the fathers out there for Father's Day. If you're a dad,
yes.
Get your shit off tomorrow.
Baby Luna, for sure.
Yep. Can't wait for you to get your ties and your shot glasses and your random dad t-shirts tomorrow. I swear dads get the worst gifts when you go to like Target and they have the like Father's Day section. I'm like, no dad wants this shit. They don't want any of this.
Tools. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like nobody wants this. Dude, bring them some blunts and some Hennessy's. That's what
exactly. Especially me.
See?
Send that, please, love.
Yeah, man.
Julio don't want no world's greatest dad.
We talked about a little bit on. We talked a little about Ask Grapsody, but man, we talked about Father's Day. Shout out to Jamal Murray's dad, man. It's all timer right there, sports dad.
He's about to have the best Father's Day. He's been celebrating all week for his Father's Day, but he really about to get his shit off tomorrow.
Word. Him and the funniest thing was seeing him and Jokic's brother's hug. I was like, oh, it's dangerous set of guys.
They turn it.
Man, nah. That clip of him in the locker room dancing with the trophy to that like Serbian music.
Getting lit, man. Getting lit. You got to celebrate. They came a long way. That was Denver's first title, and they showed all the way up for their parade. There was a lot.
Yes, they did.
Motherfuckers out there. Shout out to
Been
them.
waiting a long time, bro.
It's crazy. Can't relate. Trace Jolie says, just sent us a super chat from with no words on it. Our homie Deontay says, I want to throw some positivity in the circle called wrestling. Love you guys. Y'all are everything. I'm excited for Collision. Last year, everyone got their jokes off. It's my turn now. Excited for tonight. Always appreciate you, Deontay. Shout out to you. It's a big week. Even if you get caught up in the drama or whatever, at the end of the day, they're going to put on a really dope wrestling show. There's going to be some exciting new developments. There's a new show on Saturday, man. That's big for, regardless of anything. There's pro wrestlers that now get paid on this Saturday. They now get to have an extra time to shine. It's big for them.
What's so crazy about all this drama, what's getting lost in the moment, that is CM Punk and Samoa Joe's going to be in the same ring for the first time in years.
Come on. That has been lost in the sauce.
No, it's crazy. Like that's really going to be a moment. Like,
huge.
Two from that era, if you love that ROH, like those the guys, like Punk and Joe's United Center.
United Center too. Oh,
listen, it ain't been lost on me. I've been telling people we about to be outside. United Center. Jay White, come on, bro. Jay White is wrestling CM Punk at the United Center. Like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. I never thought we would get here. CM Punk and Samoa Joe was always like, oh yeah, we saw that in ROH, but that'll never happen again. And that shit's happening tonight in Chicago. It's about to be insane.
It's going
down. Let's I think that's enough super chats for right now. I'm gonna just let them kind of sit, and y'all can submit more. We'll read them throughout the day. Let Phil get in a couple of these humpies if there are some.
Let me see. Okay. Let's see from Tony P. Sorry, Phil, but people joking about Hangman giving Punk Debo vibes is funny as hell. I'm curious to see what the receipt he gets away from Chicago. I was in that DC crowd, and they were letting the boos fly. Also, that women's match we get a Forbidden Door. Willow is a must. No, man, look. Get jokes off, man. Jokes are funny. I've seen a lot of people getting their Punk Fears Hangman stuff off, and some of it was funny, but some of y'all gotta relax, man. Some of y'all gotta chill out. Some of y'all gotta chill out.
Bill. That's a big ask.
I see the Punk situation being like 97 Brett. Like Punk is gonna be in Chicago or like in that Midwest area, going to get cheered everywhere else. But they go to Chicago so frequently, it's kind of like when Brett was going to Canada in 97.
Right.
So I feel like he's going to be just a baby face, and then they probably going to just, like, when they're in Cali, they're going to just boo.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what I see the direction of.
You think it's about getting booed? I seen my man in Long Island. He about to soak in the booze in LA, man. Get your shit off.
Yeah,
I was there for that.
Yeah, sure. If anybody that is gonna be able to adapt instantly, like, I mean, he was a monster heel for a lot of his career. It's not gonna be a big surprise if it happens, you know.
He can turn it on just like that.
Nah, he ain't worried about no booze, man. Let's see, another one from. No, I'm sorry, that's not from Tony P. Oh no, I'm right. Another one from Tony P. Oh, and before I go touch grass, I am proud of him, and congrats to Denver, who showed us more respect than most niggas. Also,
I mean,
sad, man, can we stop with the nasty ass Jimmy trade talk? He led us to 2 finals in 4 years. He ain't Chris Paul. No, look, man. Shout out to Jimmy, man. He went on an all-time great playoff run, in my opinion. Wasn't supposed to be there, man. I think that even though he didn't play that well in the last game, man, that was a tremendous run, man. I think that's gonna go down in history.
Jimmy went crazy. Jimmy went crazy. Jimmy was like back against the wall. Like they eliminated Milwaukee off top. And then that was the thing about it too. He was doing it and being braggadocious, like talking shit.
He was.
Right. He was walking them dogs and letting you know, and then telling you, hey, we down, we was up 3-0. They came back. We don't care. We playing pinochle in the crib, right back outside. That was the thing. I think that just it was just a little too lax at the end. Just keep it one. I just think it was like, oh, they think they could probably just turn it on, but not with Denver.
Yeah,
I think they might have just been tired by that point, man. Like, just like you said, they had a tough run. They weren't supposed to be here. And then to get to the big final boss, it was like, yeah, we can't beat this final boss. They're crazy. It's too much.
Man. Nah, Denver's just too good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Denver was just too good. They weren't beating Denver. They're too big. They have too much depth. But no, this was an all-time great run. Him hitting the one knee and doing that timeout is still going to be an iconic moment.
Mm-hmm.
Him doing a smirk while Grant Williams was talking.
Yeah,
Classic run, man.
Talking out the camera when he on the walkout like Roman Reigns. Like
yes.
Yes. Walking out of the garden.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, that's the moment, man. Walking out of the garden, nah, that can't be it. They can't be thinking that's the answer. That is not it.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out to Jimmy, man.
All the way off. Well, a great run. We got to get that championship, man. Get back. Just do it again next year.
Facts.
It's gonna be tough to get back, man. It's gonna be tough. Let's see from Black Phoenix brand. So they didn't replace the 2 belts. They just gave him another one, and my man's is gonna carry all around. What are we doing here? Yeah, I mean we got to tell a little bit, man. I think it's obnoxious, but you're supposed to hate this guy. You're supposed to boo him. Yes. So I get it.
Right.
Let's see. Bizarro Big L. Hey guys, how you feel about Collision theme being Elton John? What would your pick be? And I did the same thing Julio did with football and baseball. I live in New England. F Tom Brady. Let's go Yankees and Steelers.
Hey,
I am an antagonistic heel at heart.
It's tough. I'm like, cause I'm like, New York these Knicks fans is brutal.
Ooh,
they brutal.
Hard. Yes, they are.
Oh,
they can't wait to get their after game New York shit off when they win.
It's Knicks every playoff game. They talking shit to me every game. Oh,
Bing bong.
They still mad at Trae Young. I'm like, yo, kid, Trae Young is at home, bro. Why are y'all mad at him?
They vicious, man.
I like the opener a lot, man. They of course released the news that they're going to use Elton John's Saturday Night's All Right, and then they also put the opener on YouTube and Twitter. I think the opener is dope. Not gonna say I sit at home and listen to Elton John, but that is a classic record.
Mm-hmm. It fits.
Yeah,
I think it fits.
When I heard about this, I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, cause I haven't heard that song before. I mean, I'd heard some Elton John songs before, but that just had one I hadn't come across. So I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But then when Tony Khan put out the tweet, and hella people were like, "This is dope. This is a great theme. I can't wait." Blah blah blah. And then seeing the intro video, I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Like it actually, I see the vibe that they're going for, and I like it honestly. So
yeah. I like it. If we did not go with that one, I do like Stoke giving us the young throw. That would have been kind of fire if they went with
this bitch.
If they went with Ludacris Saturday, that would have been dope too.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that would be a dope way to start the show. I saw some people online being like, finally, not a hip hop and rap song. I'm like, no, it's forever hip hop and rap.
Yeah, don't let me do it. I had K-Flock ready. Let's get the tone.
Yeah. Let's see from D-Lo Diggs. Here to see the fellas and Julio get their shit off. Love y'all, man. Also, Jokers had me rolling at the parade. Also, Carrion need to keep that finisher because the elbow was doo-doo butter.
Yeah, the elbow, I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, they called it doo-doo butter.
Nah, Jokic was great. As much as people try to make this guy out to be boring, he was great during the press conferences, man. Him going like, when's the parade? When is this, Thursday? Oh, no, I need to go home.
My favorite part is when he be getting on them on the bench, like, y'all ain't shit. Get y'all shit together. You. He just wailing like, I'm like, yeah, you top guy.
No, exactly how he's been the post winning this championship. shows exactly the type of player he is. Like during the season, he's a fucking robot. He don't show no emotions. He's like, this is all about basketball. And then after he's like, well, we have a parade. I'm trying to go home. But then he went to the parade and he was in Vegas too, which means he still ain't at home yet.
Cooling, bro.
Bad time. Shout out to Vegas though.
Nah, man. I thought he was really funny in most of those press conferences. When he got to the podium and they were doing the MVP chant, he was like, okay, calm down.
And then he says he lost his, or he doesn't know where his trophy is. He's like, I left it in the trainer's room and I don't know where it's at.
Listen, man. When you got 2 MVP trophies at home, you got 2 more to sit on the rack, man. Got you a Larry O'Brien, man. You know, sometimes
it's like that. When Hove get another Grammy, huh? He's like, oh, another Grammy. Yeah, I guess there's some space right there.
Man. Yeah, get Blue another sippy cup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Blue ain't in the sippy cup no more, man. You be seeing her dancing on stage with her mom. She be getting her shit off.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like definitely made me feel old immediately.
Time,
like,
bro.
What is going on here, bro?
I'm looking at that like, man, it's too much.
She was just a baby. He was rapping about his little baby girl Blue, and now she's on stage with her mom dancing. This is crazy.
I'm like, yo, I felt like she just had bars on the album, like he had on one of the songs.
Yeah, as a little girl. Now, I mean, she's still a little girl, but she's grown up.
Yeah,
it's wild. From Jennifer, love you, gents. Thank you as always for being amazing and true to who you are. You're genuinely some of the best people out here. Appreciate you always, Jen. Thanks for the generous super chat.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. That's dope. As always.
See Hunter 0517. Happy Grapsody Saturday. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm super excited for AEW Collision tonight. A trios dream match is officially happening, and we are finally going to see faces we haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, excited for tonight.
Yeah.
Faces in them crowds. The in-school suspension squad.
Surprises, like what's gonna, like, backstage segments, what stories is gonna be told, how they gonna present it. It's a lot, you know. It's really cool to see, like, the excitement behind this. I know it'd be a lot of energy with AEW, but the more the better. Like, this is so good for them. Like, I'm so excited because this is, like you guys said earlier, people get more time, more shine. I don't want a hard split with the hard split with the draft, but I do want, like, you know, I do want to see some stories, and I do want to see people get some more time. So I'm excited for that, and you see how, you know, let's go. Punk.
Let's hope for Rampage that it's not the end, because it's not like, I think a lot of people, since AEW is still kind of in its infancy at this point, people are like, I only have this amount of time to invest in AEW, and Rampage ain't gonna make the cut if Collision and Dynamite are happening. Like, hella people are not gonna care about what's happening on Rampage, especially with it being Friday and then Saturday's Collision. It's gonna be unfortunate.
Use that. They gotta use that DVR, man. Get to it when you get to it, man. Support. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I call deep, like, the finals. I'm watching the finals, so that's a DVR Raw night, like, you know.
Right.
What I mean?
Yep, for sure. That's it for me on Humper Chats. Want to get into some of these wrestling topics. We had 3 shows on very high notes, in my opinion. Starting with Raw, I thought the main event of Raw was very good. Like, way better than I thought it was going to be. I was like, yo, they are out there letting them have it. I was like, let's get into it. What'd you guys think?
Stenera goes back.
Definitely.
That boy was moving like, listen, man, something about Gunther and Imperium Boys is bringing that fire out of them. That they've been waiting for them. Certain wrestlers, you can say, like we say on the Almanac show, we call them dance partners, and you can tell they're instantly dance partners. You can tell that they've been waiting for this, and you can see from even last week, KO and Gunther was one of my favorite matches of the year because it was, especially on television, cooked. So that carrying in that energy, they brought it into the main event. Generico hitting the Blue Thunder bomb like it's 2007.
Let's go.
I'm in my bag. Like, it was one of them times, man. Great. Raw, seeing it's something simple, but that World Heavyweight title just bringing that fire back. It's that little small adjustment, and Raw's instantly cooking again. Like, gotta have a world champion.
I don't want to continue this victory lap, but I said on this show, and I said Raw needs a world title, man,
for a long time.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time, and it's definitely an improvement. But yeah, man, look, man, I think that I was a little bit concerned about where they were going with Gunther when they moved him to Raw. It seemed like they're putting him in the world title picture soon, and that's why they moved him. But I'm like, yeah, who's gonna beat this guy for the title? What are his feuds gonna be? It seems like they're setting up Riddle right now for his next big feud. But the stuff they've been doing with KO and Sammy has been really good, man.
Riddle better stay off the fucking internet if he wants to continue his
push.
Yo,
Riddle,
Jesus.
Yo,
it's 2 weeks, Matt, please, because I want to see.
Please, right?
2 weeks.
Put your phone down for 2 weeks, bro.
a lot of people need to put their phones down. If we're
Honestly.
keeping 100, a lot of people need to put their phones in a drawer and close the drawer, bro.
Just
Like,
close
chill
it.
out.
Just close it. Walk out. It's a nice day outside. Go out there.
No smoke, so you know what I mean? Some good pack in the air.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
Yeah,
But no, exactly what you guys are saying. I think it's been so long that I've wanted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to be able to kind of be free. They still got Sami Zayn involved in the bloodline shit a little bit. Like there's still a lingering thing. But for them to kind of be away from that and just like, we're the tag champs and we're about to be on every show getting our shit off has been amazing. Kevin Owens has been deserving of a moment like a run like this for a while. Like he got kind of screwed out of the Roman Reigns stuff for a while, and he was still cooking. He's never stopped cooking, and so anytime he gets the opportunity to, he always excels. But for him to be with his best friend and them as the world tag team champions against all these amazing tag teams, and Imperium being on the other side is just great. They are.
Have we really gotten into it on this show about how people were getting at Kevin at one point about re-signing?
Yeah,
I think he made the right decision, guys, because he's
been
cooking, man.
I know he made the right decision when he wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm like, yeah, that's worth it. Right
Listen, man, main event at WrestleMania 2 years in a row. He's getting to kill it with his best friend, having great tag team matches. He's active, bro.
He made the right choice.
And guess what? If he when he finished this contract, he can still go see his boys.
Boom, exactly. Yeah, it ain't never over.
I don't know if he want to go over there now because
maybe. Some points are done by then. He might be back. He might be going already by then.
Should at this rate, his homeboys might join him over there, which sounds crazy to me.
I'm not mad at that.
Like a year ago, I would have never said this, but like somebody posed that question recently of like, do you think that the Bucks and Kenny could possibly sign in WWE? A year ago, I would have said hard no. Now I'm like, bro, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. Yeah. More Kenny than the Bucks, I think. I think the Bucks have so much invested in AEW beyond them just being the Young Bucks. Like their wives work there, the best friends are in the back. Like there's so much attached to it that I don't know, but I mean, if WWE's like, here's all the bags, who's gonna turn them down?
And I feel like the Bucks, like every great tag team, got to get that WWE tag team title run. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the like the Road Warriors, the Dudleys, like everybody that had success in other places, they always gotta. Those tag teams that were built in other places gotta come through WWE to get that. You know, it'd be interesting for that, but with all that family tied into it, I can definitely see them staying close, you know, but for legacy purposes of just saying, like, hey, let me just see, because I know it got to be a question about, like, I know we could kill it out there. And then they see Cody, like, yeah, you know, it'd be interesting. Like, I like when shit gets turned upside down, so I would love the chaos.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about Cody, too, because they announced a match with him and Dominic. What the hell is this? Like, I think Dominic is cooking. Dominic has heat, like everybody says, but Cody is supposed to. I thought we was.
You know what it is? I'm gonna be real with y'all, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the one that's been like, all right, like I wanted Cody to win, but he didn't. It wasn't like I'm like, all right, I still see things making sense. But this doesn't make sense.
It's such a weird pivot, right?
No, but it's like it's not even. I'm not even mad at Dom, because Dom is he's getting the most heat in any building, wherever you go, any promotion. He's a heat magnet right now. But it's just a fact of he didn't even qualify. Like, so what Cody does? So Cody's not even trying to, like, if the whole thing is to finish the story with Roman, he at least would want to try to get the Money in the Bank. He's not even attempting to even make a stink about it. That's the crazy part for me. I'm like, y'all lost me there. Y'all finally lost me. I can't.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. Like, especially at such a big pay-per-view. I know Money in the Bank is not, kind of not considered a big pay-per-view to some people, but this is London, man. This is like this is a international crowd. Like, I don't get going to London and having your hottest baby face right now, and that's what you're doing. He's not in the Money in the Bank match, and again, no knock to Dom, because Dom is killing it on the character front, but like in terms of match, like big match, that's not a big match for Cody, man.
No, not at all.
And I mean, I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, well, if you're saying that Dom is one of the hottest heels on the brand, and Cody's the hottest face on the brand, it makes sense. But nah, I don't get it.
I think with the international crowd, that crowd is going to be interesting to see. Like you said, the biggest big, but that's all. Like in ring, I feel like Dom still is working on his game. He's finding himself. But I do think Dom is going to be somebody in the future. But right now, it's just, you know what it is. It's not. That's not it. Like
no,
that's not it.
Not for Cody. If we're trying to build towards him eventually being the world champ, like what's Dom? Like why?
The Dom side is crazy.
They've confused me with their big shows out of the country, because like at Backlash, Roman wasn't there, and now Cody could be in a huge match, but they have him with Dom. I'm like, I get confused about things at some point.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, at most, I think both of those guys probably should have been a Money Bank match. I'm sure you probably didn't want to interfere with the other Judgment Day storyline you've got going with being in a ladder match. So maybe with Judgment Day, it's actually really good too. I think that's a side story that's going on with Rollins, but yeah, I just don't get this Dom Cody feud. Just don't get it.
Yeah, it's just not, the timing is not right. And then it's like, it really kills me that they didn't have, like, he doesn't even try to attempt the Money in the Bank qualify. Like, that's really like that. They lost me with that. I can't stress that enough. They lost. Like, maybe if Dom would have screwed him out of that, then I would have at least understood that. Like, all right, we can do this.
Yeah,
a little side because Brock doesn't want the London bag. That's just all it is. Let's be honest. He didn't.
Well, I mean, man, if we're gonna be honest with the Brock stuff, man, Brock. Not for nothing, Brock has worked way more than I expected this year. He's done most of the pay-per-views.
Yeah, he's been working.
He's been working more than Roman at this point.
This year. He just decided, I'm about to take this one off. He'll be back by SummerSlam. But I just, man, if you didn't have any Cody, why not just put him in a ladder match? I just don't get it.
It doesn't. It would have added more stakes to the ladder match of like, somebody could be like, and I also beat Cody. Like, I just don't really. The whole thing's confusing.
With the ladder match, I'm again like, he didn't have to be in there for me, because I see where they're going with the Money Bank. It seems like this is like a Young Guns. Like,
I like it, which I like.
Yeah, like new. Somebody's going to get a new build out of this, because you got Escobar in there, you got
LA Knight.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to see, but yeah, I just
Yeah, I mean, but it was a solid ride. Like I said, I thought the main event was very good, man. Like, way better than I expected, man.
He back. Raw cooking. Raw been cooking because it's like, and that's the thing about competition. It's good because I noticed like Punk back around, Raw in they bag, because they like everybody, they know Punk about the news and stuff like that. So it's just
and I mean, basketball is finished too, so I think a lot of people are like, now we can get back to our shows that people are gonna watch and share all of our stuff in, man. And this match cooked, man. Sammy taking that lariat from Gunther, I was like, oh, might be game over after that lariat. He kicked out. I was like, whoa. The false finishes in this thing were crazy, man. Sammy went in with a Blue Thunder Bomb, which is rare,
super rare.
Yeah, I thought this was great, man. And I think you can still circle back to Imperium versus Sammy and KO for those titles whenever Vinci is back, because he's not really hurt. They're just doing the injury off of the.
Oh, he's not hurt. Okay,
I don't think he's hurt, is he? Because I thought the story reason why he wasn't in the match is because Riddle put the ankle lock on him backstage.
Yeah. That's what they said. Like he was taken out by that, but you know how that goes. So I'm like, damn, I hope that's the enforcer.
Yeah, I hope that's what it is. But it seemed like they were just doing it for story reasons. Like that was a way to get to this tag match and then still save the tag match between actual tag teams for later.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, Phil, I'm thinking Gunther might be the one to beat your boy for that belt.
Yeah,
Gunther's been killing it, bro.
Yeah, he's the one. And it's perfect because it's going to be enough time for Seth, because I think Seth needs to have like not a super long title run. Like, I don't think he needs to do it 2 years like Roman, but just a long, respectable run gives Gunther enough time to drop the IC, and whoever wins that, because that's going to be a big moment too for whoever wins that. And we could rebuild Gunther as a challenger. Gunther eventually beats Seth, and
Gunther. Man, I see the vision, man. A big gold belt. That belt is gonna look good on Gunther, man.
Yeah.
And at this rate that Rollins is defending the belt, it's gonna be, by the time it gets to that, it's gonna have the prestige that it needs, because Rollins is not taking his foot off the gas. He's on all the shows getting his shit off, saying this is how a world champion is supposed to be. So yeah,
listen,
it's gonna get interesting.
Go figure. I seen the energy over there. He was like, "Nah, we not ending our show with no segments over here. We ending our shows with wrestling. We getting it."
Yes.
Nah,
can't be mad at it.
Can't be mad at that at all, man. I guess since we're there, we can get into. He's got a match coming up.
Yes.
Braun Breaker.
NXT been cooking. They deserve this look. They've been
so hey, we've got somebody on our show that like watches NXT regularly, because I do not watch the show.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to throw the NXT flag. Yeah.
So how did they get here, right? Braun Breaker has been going heel. He's been cooking his heel. All his spears have been extra hard as he became a heel, and he just called out Rollins, and Rollins said, "I'm gonna pull up."
That's pretty much it.
Nah, what happened is, Braun, pretty much Dragunov, he came through, he was talking this shit because Baron Corbin's down there. Everybody wanted to get at Mello. So he like, nah, I'm next. And then Braun pulls up, and I guess it was a backstage segment, and then Braun had attacked him. So then Braun's like, because he was like, yo, I'm the toughest guy in NXT right now. And Braun's like, how you saying that? And I'm here. Then he's like, you know what? Matter of fact, they called him in the parking lot. Because if you don't know that NXT parking lot, dangerous place.
Dangerous.
Trenches. Goes down.
Parking lot trenches. Bad time. Bad things happening. So Braun showing that he's gangster. I'm in the trenches challenging the world champ. So they stopped Braun, and Braun like, yo, yeah, I'm beat anybody, man. I want the world title, man. I want Seth. And that's how it started, and Seth. So then this week, Braun out there with the good suit on, because now he got the bag. He feeling good. Braun threw the two-piece suit on.
Well, Phil, were you the one that said he looked like a Fast and the Furious villain?
He definitely does. He's got the Miami tan. He's got the black suit with his cross on. He looks like Toretto.
Seth threw the video. Seth threw the video, crazy fit on. Like, yeah, I accept the charge. I'll be there next week. I'll come back home, and it's lit. Sean been cooking, man. Not too much on Sean. Not too much on Heartbreak, man. Not too much.
I can't say I'm as enthusiastic about NXT as you are, but I did when I saw that clip when he first called him out, and I was like, I know my guy, man. I know my guy is accepting all smoke right now. He's accepting all challengers. So I'm curious where this match is going to actually happen. And so I'm surprised that it's actually happening on NXT. But that leads me more to believe that the Nick Khan thing that we saw recently, where he's saying that NXT could be its own brand, is the legitimate move. And they've been moving more guys from Raw and SmackDown down there. It really feels like they're going back to making it a third brand again.
Down there. Ali about to cook up. Ali about to... All y'all that was saying free Ali, watch Tuesdays on USA, because the boy about to cook with Tyler Bate.
I hope so.
Wesley.
I hope so. Big Ali fan.
Guys over there. We tap in with NXT, man. We there.
Nah, but so yeah, man. I seen the energy. I saw the challenge. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. I hope that they do something dope with that. I seen him show up in the fit, like you said, and reiterate that he wants that match. Then I seen my guy show up in an all white on screen. Like, nah, I'll be there next week. So yeah, I think that's a good way to get people to tune in for NXT. If people like me that have kind of like been away for a minute, because I'm definitely gonna go and watch for that match. Because come on, one of my favorite wrestlers over there. So I need to see that. My world champion is over there.
Yeah.
My world.
And tap in with my man Noam Dar. Noam Dar, my man Noam Dar got the black people with him.
Hey, Noam Dar is dope, man.
Yeah,
Noam Dar is dope, and I am hating on him. He knows why I'm hating on him.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I forgot, and I just remembered. No, I don't like that fool either.
I'm hating on him. I'm straight
Shout out to Noam Dar. He out in these streets.
He got my man. Yo, this was so good. We cooking, man. NXT.
No, but like, just like we're saying about Collision, I feel like that about NXT. If it's a great show, that's great for everybody. Like, if they're cooking, if people are excited about it, if they're bringing in main roster stars, they're trying to make everything main roster. If they're cooking, that's great. That means that competition is heavy. Everybody, like, they're in competition against their own selves, against Raw and SmackDown more than they are against AEW, like people think. So it's just like, it's dope for them. It's going to be super interesting to see Rollins back, and it's going to be, this isn't on the road, right? This is like
this is NXT. This is right in the Performance Center.
Wow, seeing him in there is going to be very interesting.
It's the NXT. So now NXT have like how AEW has theme shows. NXT started doing that as well and adopted that. Right. And now they have the Gold Rush. So the winner is, I think it's Dragunov and Corbin, and the winner faces Mello 2 weeks. So it's going to be 2 back-to-back world title matches.
Right.
So they're going to have Seth and Braun this Tuesday. And then whoever with Corbin and Dragunov will face Mello on the following.
Ooh, if Dragunov, which he should wins Dragunov and Mello.
Yeah, need to see it, man.
That's not gonna happen, but I want that to happen.
He said that's not gonna happen.
No,
you gotta watch Baron Corbin, Julio.
I don't want him. But he there for a reason. And then Mello was at SmackDown last week. He pulled up on him, so they're gonna keep that going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was dope. I liked Mello coming to SmackDown. He got a good reaction. But yeah, this is interesting. I think that at first I was like, I don't know about having your new world champion go down NXT, because I don't know how I feel about that. But I do think it'll be a good ratings pool for them, hopefully. Yeah. And like I said, I like that Rollins is accepting all challenges, man. He ain't turning nobody down.
Open challenge on Monday night, so he going back.
That doesn't
playing with y'all, bro.
That doesn't make him feel less than to y'all that he's defending the belt. Because like the thing is, Roman would never in his life ever go to the fucking Performance Center for NXT. You know what I mean?
What? I think that they need to differentiate those two guys. I think if you're gonna have another world champion, you need to have him be the man of the people, have him be the fighting champion that will do all of the things that Roman won't do.
1,000%.
If you're not going to do that, then there's no real reason to have another world title. So I get it. I mean, I could see how people might not like it, but like I said, right now I like it. I like him accepting the matches, and it's Rollins. He's going to have good matches if nothing else. And man, as a Finn fan, I am a big Finn Balor fan, but he wasn't fucking with my guy on Monday, buddy.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Finn. He powered through that, man. Because the thing
I forgot about that.
That crowd went.
He started asking. He's like, they singing through while I'm talking, and then when they just
anytime you get to that point, like
but see, I will say this: Finn is good. Finn knows what he's doing. And as a heel, he understood, like, man, the crowd's going to keep singing. I'm going to play into it. And the more I do it, the more the crowd is going to sing. And the more the crowd's going to get lively. So I think it was a good atmosphere for those two guys. And I think, man, I think Finn handled it like a champ. But, boy, that crowd was not letting him have nothing.
I know. Like, look at what he was handling. He was handling this crowd going crazy for Rollins.
That crowd wasn't letting him have nothing, man.
Going crazy about it.
And then Rollins came back. I guess he tried to hit him with some real rap, and Rollins came back and was like, "Nah, I'm hearing a lot of whining, bro." And I was like, "Dang."
No, Rollins is all the way in his bag. He like, I got my championship. I don't got to fake for none of y'all niggas now. I'm the one.
Nah, man. I love to see it, man. He's in his bag. He's getting the fits off, man. Loving it.
But they also announced the Money in the Bank match, right? Rollins and Finn for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Rollins ass is busy next week.
Yeah. Makes sense, man. Because Finn is a UK guy, being from Ireland. So it makes sense for him to have a big match over there. And of course, he had that big match at NXT London a few years ago, where he did the Jack the Ripper demon joint. So yeah, I think that makes sense to do that match. And they of course have had that story rivalry from SummerSlam. So yeah.
Oh, and
it's the early show next week. Is that affecting Grapsody? What time is it starting?
I think it starts at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock.
I have to look that up. I think it's 3.
So like pretty much when we end the podcast, it's like right to it.
Yeah, it's gonna get right into it. So we probably could preview Money in the Bank that weekend. Sure. But yeah, no, I thought that this was an interesting development to come out of with the Rollins stuff. Still enjoying him as champion. I'm gonna be curious after Money in the Bank how it looks, because clearly whoever wins that briefcase is gonna come gunning for him, because they're not gonna go for Roman.
No.
So man, it's gonna be rough out here, man. He's accepting all challengers. He's gonna have somebody the briefcase on him. He's gonna be dodging all the smoke.
Hot summer.
It's gonna be a good time, man. We have a lot of lengthy world title runs in wrestling right now, so we need somebody that's just out there bending frequently at a high level and a high pace, and it tells a story too. I love those stories, like when the champion is too tired from defending the belt so many times,
right?
And wears and tears.
Yeah,
like OC. They're doing with OC now.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing wrong with short title reigns. I don't know where that became a thing where people get upset when people hold the title for a few months and it's like it's a waste. Nah, if it's a fun reign, like the Darby reign we just got that was all gas, like I'm not mad at it.
The thing that happened in Impact, we thought that Steve Macklin was going to be the guy for a while, and it was like, nah, it's Alex Shelley. That's dope. That's a dope moment for both those guys,
Exactly.
Yep, I agree.
You want to get into a couple more super chats? Our homie Reggie Simmons says it's about to be lit in these Chi-Town streets this summer. Hope I see you at the show, Phil. Peace to the Mecca of professional wrestling. Yeah, you got to find the homie Reggie Simmons, man. He's been a long-time Grapsody supporter out here.
Shout out to
Yes, I'm gonna definitely be out there.
Man. You gonna throw that shit on, Phil? Would you give it to United States?
You know he about to throw that shit on.
Oh man,
building up.
Yeah, nah, man. I seen somebody in the chat say, man, Phil woke up this morning and was like, what I'm gonna hit him with? I was like, yeah, nah, man.
What's the weather like out there?
It's like 70s. It's not all that warm because it was cold yesterday, but it's supposed to warm up. I think it's gonna be warmer on Wednesday for Dynamite than it is tonight.
I keep forgetting that they're back on Wednesday.
We are definitely back, bro. I've been trying to tell you. We are back out these streets, man. If you can't think your boy's gonna show up, we are Chicago, bro. We is out here. What's up?
Is your boy gonna show up on Wednesday too? You think?
That'd be crazy. That Larry really in the building for that. Larry wants to smoke.
Listen, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys just happen to be in Toronto, and that's why they were getting a lot of the Forbidden Door stuff off this week. And we hit Code of Personality on Wednesday. I don't know, man.
You see, they're gonna send the guys to Canada early. Y'all just go check it out, see some sights. Y'all don't have to be here on Wednesday. It's cool.
Maybe guys leave a little early. I don't know, man.
I can't see them going to Chicago back to back and him not being on that show. That'd be wild.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. That'd be definitely smoky.
Might get a little spooky out here, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Jake Salazar says, nah, Ace still gonna be Riley on the Boondocks. He gonna throw a chair and everybody gonna go wild. Ace still's at home though. He can't.
He's definitely working remote.
Right. Shout out to the Almanac show. Need to have him on the show more. What's his prediction for Samoa Joe's performance tonight? What you think Samoa Joe about to do in that ring tonight, Julio?
Yo, destroy. Wash them boys up.
Mm-hmm. Y'all saw Joe's little snippet of his interview where he's like, "That's them guys' problem. Like, don't be asking me about that. Like, I'm not here for that."
Going crazy.
Nah, look, man, Joe is a real dude, man.
Yeah,
Joe is a real dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, like, I don't give a shit about none of this beef. That's between them. I'm trying to get this bag.
Yep.
I'm getting a Saturday check. Like, I don't care about none of that.
Mm-hmm. Watch Twisted Metal coming up. Like, I don't got time for this.
Nah, he out here, bro. Like, listen.
He out here working.
Give me a break, guys. You know what I mean? Ireland is not UK. You know what I mean? They're going over to UK doing European shows. I get why they're going with Finn.
Ireland is not the UK. I get it. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
None of that Ireland, England. I mean, no, that's long history.
That'd be like when they try to say San Jose is part of the Bay. You know, it's apples and oranges. And it's included. All right. Anime Otaku says Elton John for Collision title music is a fantastic get. Looking forward to the show. What do they do with Rampage now? Just cool random matches?
Yeah, I think more like Sunday Night Heat is probably the move, and just getting like every now and then some big matches. Like last night's episode is kind of a good place to get like the shenanigans off, like the Aubrey match, and then end with like a big match like they did with the Takeshita Bandito joint. Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Something they can just like take a few chances on, like something that you probably wouldn't see on these other shows. Definitely stuff you wouldn't see on the other shows. Put it on Rampage.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Bragav also says, so here they have an exclusive partnership. Oh, he's talking about the deal earlier with India and the AEW Collision show. Here they have an exclusive partnership with Discovery Plus, which airs AEW TV and pay-per-views, same as WWE with Sony Live. I don't know what's going on, TBH. Oh, so they have like one of those exclusive deals where it's like they can't be over here. It's so weird how that stuff happens. Mm-hmm. Deontay also says, also end of the month, Stardom show, Tam versus Mirai. Tam has been a heel, but not to me. LOL. Get your ish off, Tam. Stardom killing it right now.
Nah, we're never going Tam over here, man. I ain't doing that.
I'm gonna hold y'all. I'm trying to get into Stardom because every time I see it, they be cooking. Like it's a lot of wrestling. I'm trying to get in it. What's going on with Tam and is it like she got like a long time feud with the other girl?
Which one, Julia or?
Nah, the other one.
Well, it's not really a feud. I know that the stuff with Mina because Mina used to be in her faction and then she split and started her own faction. So it's kind of like a frenemies thing.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna lock in. I gotta go on YouTube, see them them little history videos. Put you on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't watch enough as I would like to with so much independent wrestling. It's too much wrestling out here, honestly. I'm like, it's hard to keep up with everything. Bro. I got shows doing these other things, so I got to keep up with Ring of Honor. I got to keep up with this. Like, yo,
it's a pay-per-view. It's wrestling 7 days a week. We
straight up, man.
I dream about that.
Right. No, seriously. Yeah. Exactly. Shane Monster says, gotta bounce quick. Have a great day, fellas. Kevin Kelly and Nigel is nostalgic, but I would have liked having Ian get in the lead. New Bullet Club Gold debut tonight.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the team of Kevin Kelly and Nigel. I thought that in order for them to really differentiate or whatever the fucking word is, the Collision from Dynamite, you want to have a different team. Like, you don't want to just have Excalibur on all the shows. Commentary. You want to have something that when they turn this show off, when they turn the show on, they know it's not Dynamite. They know it's a different type of AEW show. They know there's some different stuff's coming on. And Kevin Kelly's like a tremendous color commentator since he's, been a part of New Japan. So this is a great get. And Nigel is amazing. So we hope to see him also in the ring one day against Bryan Danielson.
Facts.
I don't know. Brian was getting the talk off after Double or Nothing. Maybe
He was. I liked it. The homie Jake back at it says to quote CM Punk, "These people aren't number one at anything."
At anything.
Couldn't run a target thing, huh? Couldn't run a target.
Nah, at anything.
Damn.
These guys ain't number one at anything.
Not being able to run a target is wild. That was a wild ass thing.
Jake can know how to get me charged up. I still think that's one of my favorite Punk promos since he's been back, yo. Him hitting the man. These dudes ain't number one at anything, bro.
That is a bar, though. That is a hell of a bar.
You saying you the third best Eddie I know? I said, oh, he bad.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
He's like, you the third.
See, we need that back. That's why I'm like, forget all this bullshit behind the stage shit. He was cooking niggas on the mic.
This is what I'm talking about. I don't care about him getting booed. If that means he's about to get into more of his savage bag, cutting up promos, I want it. Give it to me.
More of that.
Hella funny. Van Twinblade says Spider-Punk's universe is run by Norman Osborn. It's a fash state. Hobie off pigs of the regular in the comics, and yellow is anti-racist.
Yep. I didn't know the yellow part, but I knew the blue part. The blue shoestrings means you.
Don't Nipsey have a song called Blue Laces, I think?
Yeah. Yep.
Jake Salazar, he said, yep. Jake Salazar says Denver's parades kind of maybe look like a Trump rally. Yikes.
Whoa.
Insert Westbrook eating on the bench gift. I'm still salty because the Heat lost.
Whoa. We ain't got to throw those Trump allegations on those guys. Speaking of, they threw 37 counts at Donnie, boy. They trying to get Donnie up out of here.
They pulled up with the squadron. Hey, come on and get in the car, big dog.
Yeah, we thought, what is it? The estimated if it's all 37 counts, it's like 400 years or something like that.
You're out of here.
Donnie's bad Queens, New York. That's bad Queens, New York. We don't know that side. No.
We don't know that side.
We don't know that side.
See you later. But also, he might still be president.
He might skate.
Yeah, I know.
You know that.
What a
wild ass
might skate.
What a wild ass country we live in, man. Kurt Benoit says, any chance the 6-man is the main event tonight? Any chance the 6 men in the main event tonight join forces ECW/WCW style to go against the Elite? God blessed. Everybody joins in the main event to take down the Elite.
I don't think so, but I did kind of laugh at and I told you this in our group chat when I seen the after the cameras went off promo of Kenny offering Eddie a spot in the Elite, and I was like, nah, they trying to get all his ops together in the same place. They trying to get the anti men against Punk league over there, man.
Yeah. I see what y'all doing. Y'all stacking it up.
Try to create this Legion of Doom against my guy, man. What's going on?
They were like, who really hates this guy? Let's get Eddie Kingston.
Clicking up. Kids say they clicking up. Yeah,
they clicking up. Punk just in the back, like, all right. But Larry got you, Punk. Don't worry about it.
Larry out there, man.
The homie Wrath, shout out, brought the Grapsody sign to the event always. We smoking on the Elite Pack tonight. Somebody passed me the muffins. I'm ready to celebrate. There's not a press conference or anything after this, is there?
Nah. They definitely probably told him that listen, we're gonna let you go and do your interview, but after we close the doors tonight, you go home, sir. you got to get out of here.
Actually, we're gonna have you escorted. Like, we got a friend for you. He gonna drive you. Like, get him out of here.
Listen, man, you and Larry go back to Wicker Park, bro. Like,
you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here, big dog. We don't have no time for that tonight. But all the players that he probably would have that with are not gonna be in the building. So
all of his guys is outside too, man. That was the funny thing about yesterday as well. Seeing Brody King at a Pro Wrestling Tees All
got
those
his
guys are
dude,
outside. His
his dude
boys
up there,
are
FTR.
debuting the Chicago shirt, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't tell the FTR shit right now. Dax is like, you can't tell me nothing. My homeboy's on his way back.
Dax feeling good. Y'all about to
Feeling
see
real
three
good, bro.
Fact.
Alex Silva says the Bloodline Civil War match just got announced.
Damn, this boy don't defend that belt.
Oh, is it?
What?
Is it a tag match?
Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Let's see what that is.
That's fire though. It makes sense.
Dream Ninja 77's trolling me. Cinema Reg. Cinema.
It was cinema.
No,
It was.
You got them boys charged up at you, man. What you did to these guys, man?
I don't know, man. I just be talking.
I seen that screenshot from Richard Lawson.
Mhm.
Richard Lawson.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think so.
y'all got to chill out, man.
Yeah, chill out.
Nah. Chill out, man. Get some drinks and some pork chops because I'm a little hungry.
And some weed, some marijuana, some indica, some sativa, the greenest green you can find, and smoke that shit and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
Coy
everybody
Stallings
relax,
says Chris Hero backstage at Collision. Eye emoji, eye emoji, eye emojis. Wow, where'd you hear that?
Oh, is
at?
he?
Where'd you hear that? You heard that? Where'd you hear that at? They're still dropping a lot of news while we're here on this podcast.
Chris Hero
Super
back
interesting.
there?
Wasn't Chris Hero just on our podcast a few weeks ago, Philip?
He was. He did make mention of certain stuff when you asked him about our guy being a cancer in the locker room as well.
And we talked about him maybe wrestling, being a part, being
said he wasn't retired.
This is pretty interesting.
Listen, man, come on, man. Young
What
boys
they
over here.
talking about? Y'all listening to the comments. I'm like, what they talking about? What y'all know?
Can we get like a check or something? Like you guys
Listen,
helped
man,
with this or something?
You seen how we put them dots together, bro? You seen how we connected them dots, man?
From here to here. Got you. And are y'all just gonna steal everybody that's on our show? What the hell's going on here? You're gonna steal our co-host first off rip, and now you're just like, oh, here's another person. Let's take him too. Next week we're gonna find out Julio was backstage because he was on the show. Give your boys the bag.
All week, like, this Grapsody got something here, man. Some gold over here.
No, but that's interesting developments about if that's Chris Hero's true. It's a great talent. Of course, if he's back there, they're gonna sign him. Yeah. Gaming from Canada says, hype for Mr. Saturday Night. Chicago made Punk.
Yeah,
Chip Magnet.
It'll be a fun night, man.
Rob Aquatic says, Julia better than Tam Tam.
I ain't accepting no Tam slander, bro.
No Tam slander here.
I ain't accepting no Tam slander. Julia is dope, though.
Our homie Chi-Town Spurs says, Rossi makes it impossible for fans out of the country. I stopped trying at this point with the stardom stuff. I guess it can be difficult.
I mean, it can be difficult. I think that they've got to move away from the pay-per-view system. Like, I get that it's a different money thing, but because essentially if you have Stardom World, you can watch everything on Stardom World, but it's on a delay. It's after it's already aired. And so
I see. So you can't get the live like if they have a big show, you have to wait to watch it, right?
You gotta buy the pay-per-view. And if you don't buy the pay-per-view, you gotta wait for them to put the matches and the shows on Stardom World. So it can get confusing for US fans, and then like the time difference, it's a lot. So I get it.
Let's I'm gonna there's a couple more super chats, but I'm gonna just save them for later in the show. Let's get into some more wrestling talk.
Yeah, I know, man. We got a pretty fire Dynamite this week. You guys think this was the best Dynamite of the year? Because I've seen that getting thrown around a lot, but what do you guys think before I get into it?
It was great. I don't know if I'll say best Dynamite of the year. I'd have to recap, but like the ending of this show was insane with them setting up Don coming out with Takeshita. Kenny comes back. I mean, the match, first of all, the Elite taking on the Blackpool Combat Club. They started throwing everything. Moxley's bleeding. Like, this is just like the chaos that you would want. And then for them to end with Takeshita, Kenny, and then Will Ospreay coming out. Yeah. Super duper heat. Like I was saying on Incredible Twitter, ending. This felt like the go home show. I was like, damn, is the show happening? I'm like, this should have maybe been the go home show. They was cooking at the end of this.
this was definitely a much needed Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
they needed this, like, because there was a lot of like whispering and things going on, like, oh, the show's falling off. Oh, they talking about Tony needs help booking all this. Nah, we here. They gave you that classic formula. Like it's been like a lot of nostalgia of the old Dynamites and stuff like that. I felt like they was back in the building. It shows you like the little new stuff that they added, like that wasn't there 3 years or 4 years ago. Like Renee, who's been just such a great touch to Dynamite.
Tremendous. Yeah. It's crazy how much she ups the game just by being there.
Instantly. Like, so I feel like it was the best of what they've been trying to implement, and with the old Dynamite, and it was just a perfect blend of it. Because this the Elite and the Blackpool, that's my favorite angle going in right now. Like, I'm loving it. I love it. So it was just that classic Dynamite, quality wrestling, good storytelling. It started off with the bangers. So
so we came in with a very interesting night beforehand, because we got the MJF development coming into this, and then we've had the Cole slander as well, because people was like, man, Cole looking kind of washed after the pay-per-view match, and they were like, so there was a lot of high expectations on this opening match. They were going to have to come in and they were going to have to beat some allegations coming into this thing. I don't know if they successfully beat all the allegations.
I don't know if they beat them.
I don't know if they successfully beat all of them, but there was a lot coming into this Dynamite, especially with opening with MJF. Getting into the MJF stuff before I jump into this Dynamite for a minute. Of course, I was... Not have at it. Yo, they gonna get us up out of here, bro.
Of course, man, come on.
They don't know me. They gonna find me.
What do you expect? It's your boys.
Yo, so just getting into this, man. I of course was disappointed when I seen the screenshot, and then when I seen like the time next to it, and it had like whatever it was, 476 weeks ago. I was just like, okay, man. Of course, like I said, I was disappointed to see that, and I do think he should be held accountable for it. But I just hate this thing of people looking for stuff from whatever 10 years ago, 9 years ago to try and cancel somebody. I just think it's silly. Like, we don't know what dude was on back then. This was way before he was a wrestler. Again, not condoning it. He still should be held accountable for it.
I know he was on.
The
thing is, New York, I know Long Island. I know where he's from.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, again, shouldn't have said that, but again, this was 9 years ago, man. I think if he had said it more recently, I would be more concerned. And I get also the concern from people that feel like there's a pattern here. What with the incident of throwing a drink in the kid's face and some other online stuff, the Kanye thing. I get people are like, oh, it's been trending in this direction, so people weren't surprised. But like I said, I think I'd be more concerned if I felt like he said that like in a malicious way more recently. And so I wasn't that thrown by it, but again, like I said, should be held accountable for it. Was disappointed to see that. But
Man,
the same thing I've said when I've seen other guys out here getting caught, whether that be, sharing rap lyrics or whatever you were doing 5-6 years ago. Delete your tweets, bro.
Just delete them.
Delete your old tweets, man.
Delete them.
Like, seriously.
I'm joking on Twitter, but like shit. Then all right, so we forgiven. And what's up? I'm about to go watch WrestleMania.
Hold on a minute, Julio.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Julio, you was wilding though, Julio.
Wait a minute.
I never seen Hogan throw Casamigos on no black baby, man. Keep it 100, man.
Like, wait a minute,
Julio, you was wilding, big dog. You was wilding.
That was a crazy tweet, bro. That was a wild tweet, bro. But I mean, that kind of gets me to a point too, though. Like, I don't think there's a such thing as moral consumption in wrestling, bro. It's not. Like I think people pick too many times where they're like, I don't like this guy, and so this is my reason to get him out of here. I ain't like him anyway, so this is my reason to not really fuck with him. But there's no real such thing as moral consumption in wrestling because, like, there's too many people at this point that have done some nasty stuff, and we still watching it, man. Like, just think about Think about all the stuff that we know that Vince has done, and people still watch WWE. Man.
Yo, if we're talking, if we could say the same particular thing. Oh, he said nigga too. Well, turn off Raw, turn off SmackDown, turn off
on TV, bro.
Because the big dog said it on TV.
On TV, bro. And again, like I don't want to do the whataboutism game. Of course, I'm not trying to say that makes it okay, but again, I just don't think there's such thing as moral consumption in wrestling. I think people are gonna watch regardless. There's too many nasty dudes in this industry that is still rocking, and people are still watching.
But like, Max was wilding. Take that fucking tweet down. Say something about it, because that's we don't need this.
Yeah, that was nasty. It was an IG comment. They had to dig in. That's like when the dudes was creeping back in the day before DMs on IG. You go back in the comments.
499 weeks ago.
Number 3 weeks ago, that used to be the old slime move. They did that to go get that. I was like, "Whoa!"
The old slime move is hella fun.
You know how hard you got to look through IG comments to find something from 9 years ago. You got to be digging, bro.
Yeah.
It was so funny because like they the person that dropped it, and then everybody was mad at the person that dropped it.
It got nasty, man. But I mean, of course not condoning that. I think he like threw some other slurs out there that people were saying. Like I think he threw out the R word and stuff like that, man. Yeah. I know people get very touchy with that now, but again, things have changed so much within the last 10 years. Like I know people used to just randomly call people retarded like all the time, which of course that's just a no now. You just don't do that. But so I mean, again, not condoning.
How many rap records have that word in it? Is crazy.
How many rap?
Or just like Eminem. Eminem wouldn't be right now. I listen. To
no way.
So Matters. I clutched my pearls. I was like,
what? Like, can you say that?
Yo.
I was like,
a few weeks ago, I watched Trading Places, and Trading Places on cable so much that you're used to watching the censored version. So I was watching it on like a movie channel, and it got to a part where he got in the limo and they first got him in, and he threw out the other F slur on him. He was like, y'all was a couple y'allas, right? And I was like, whoa, I don't know if you can say that on TV no more, Eddie, man. Like I forgot that was the 80s, yo. They was getting off in the 80s.
His stand-up specials are like that too. You start watching like Delirious and Ron, you're like, whoa, hey, yo, I don't know if you can say all that.
Yeah, man, nah, man. So, but
of AJ too, because AJ used to watch. If you know, y'all know.
A lot of your favorite wrestlers used to be wild.
The somewhere community, the some people community. You remember
the gay community?
He's wilding, bro.
But a lot of your favorite wrestlers used to be out here wilding.
So if that's what we want to do, you can do that, but you got to go down the line, and you're not going to have any wrestlers to follow at this point.
Some of your favorite wrestlers still wilding, to be honest.
If we dictate on that, we wouldn't be able to enjoy anything.
Nothing.
And that's just the sad of the situation. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
Because like my favorite rappers, they're black men. They be wild. They be doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yo, sometimes some stuff like look, Big Tyler the Creator fan. Sometimes them old future things pop up, and I'm like, ooh, what you doing, Tyler?
Yes.
So I mean, again, not making any excuses for MJF. Like I said, was disappointed to see that.
That's whack.
Like I said, years ago, hopefully, he's not still out there getting that off, man.
They're gonna put the pressure on y'all when the next pay-per-view. They're gonna be like, "Oh, y'all gotta ask MJF."
You go get this off in the scrum?
Just get ready for the tweets on the scrum.
I'm ready for them. But beyond that, how about the ending to this match, man? The MJF and Adam Cole
time limit
draw. The match was crazy. They was cooking. On the Adam Cole side, he has been fighting a lot of allegations since he left WWE, since he's been injured. People have been like, does he really still got it? People say that he's this person, but is he really? And I think on Wednesday he showed that, oh, no, I'm really like, Shawn Michaels is my dad. What y'all expect?
He wrestled, I think, his best match since he's been there. And I know people are like, MJF is doing the heel champion thing. He's not there much. He doesn't wrestle much. But when this guy does wrestle, man,
when he do though,
he looks like one of the best in the game, man. Like he's had like 4 classic matches this year. I mean,
back to back.
Honestly, when you look at it, like the Iron Man match, the Pillars match, this match, man, he's been killing it this year, man.
On fire. With the World Heavyweight Championship, with the BBB, like, yeah, no, he's working like a world champion should. This match was great. Time limit draw was perfect. I thought when they initially did it, I thought they were gonna shoot to somebody holding the belt, like it was gonna be somebody in that angle. But then when I figured out it was time limit draw, I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. This is really great. And then
I was wondering how they was gonna move through that, like
right,
yeah. So that you did.
Yeah, you do always wonder about that. Like, are they going to let Adam Cole beat MJF? Like, that'd be kind of interesting. And yeah, no, the way that they figured out to get around it was very dope. Very good match. Very long match. It was like three segments, 30 minutes or something like that.
It was like 30 minutes. Yeah, I thought all the spots they did in this match were really good. I thought it was a really well-paced match. I love that Adam Cole as a babyface is still like, nah, I'm not opposed to getting my comeuppance. Like when he got a chance to use the belt, he used it. He didn't do the old white meat baby face thing of, oh, I can't do that. But because what we know Adam Cole as is a heel. And so for him to be like, if I got a chance, I'm going to take it. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I hate when they sometimes do that spot and then the baby face is just holding it while the ref looks at like, throw that down. What are you doing? Why are you looking like a dumb idiot? It's like a 5 seconds of them being like, I hope he doesn't turn around and see me. I'm like, are you dumb?
Yeah. He tried to get his Eddie moment off. He tried to get the ring off, and Bryce caught him. I thought all of the storytelling in this match was very, very good. MJF beating him down towards the beginning of hitting the shine pose on him. A lot of really good character notes in this. I thought this was really, really, really good match. One of the best matches of the week.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good for Cole's confidence too, because he's coming off that injury, having a banger like that. Be like, oh shit, I still got it.
I'm back, baby. Who's next?
Yeah, I mean, and I think the execution of the finish was really good too. Because I mean, yeah, you could have got to a time limit draw, and it makes sense to hold off to do the rematch, but I think having it where Cole was right there, he had the win. If he had a few seconds longer, he would have won that match. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, great booking. I like the crowd was super shocked. They said it. The thing I like about AEW is they've been setting up their time limit draws forever. Like every match they announce 5 minutes, 10 minutes, blah blah blah. So it's not a big shocker when it does happen. So when this happened, it wasn't like, oh my god, we've never heard of this. Like they've been being conditioned to know that time plays a role in this. So yeah, great execution on that, man. Great way to start the show. Great way to end the show. Dynamite was cooking. What else happened on this show that was
we got
that was pretty hot?
As a huge New Japan fan, I was sitting at home like doing the giddy clap every time somebody would show up on screen from New Japan. We got the Tanahashi.
Oh yeah,
and so I think that was also great that we got this great match, and then coming straight out of it, we got the announcement that MJF will be defending the title against Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. And that's added 2 already fire matches that are on the card. Sonata showed up looking Easter Sunday fresh with the glasses.
Fresh as hell.
Good suit.
Yeah, clean, bro. And gave us the open challenge. I know people were hoping that we were going to get maybe somebody else. Maybe they were going to hold out and give some mystery for the open challenge. But immediately, Jungle Jack Perry is going to challenge for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. I'm just going to say it. I think it's a good choice. I think coming out of the Pillars match, you have to continue to give those 4 guys big storylines and big moments. Otherwise, it means nothing. You can't tell us that those guys are the 4 pillars of your company and then give them this kind of big match and then just kind of push them back into mid-card feuds. You got to give them big moments. And I think Jack has been a guy that has been on the cusp of big moments for a while. And so I think this makes sense. And you also don't want to outshine Sonata because he just started his reign. Right. I mean, whoever he gets a match with, he's going to win this match.
Yeah.
And so I think it makes sense to give Sonata Jungle Boy and give Jungle Boy another chance to show people like, nah, I'm that guy in ring. And make no mistake about it, this is going to be a good match. I think people, it kind of feels similar to the Ospreay and Orange Cassidy match where people were down on it at first when it was announced. But then when we actually see the match, people are going to be like, nah, that was dope. And I get it because people have their expectations high. I kind of want to see Hanger challenge for him, man. I think Hangman would have been dope, but I'm assuming we're probably going to get the Elite in some kind of match, maybe. So I'm fine with it, but I think that's going to be a good match, and I like the segment with Jungle Boy and Hook. Definitely think Jungle Boy is going to turn heel, man. I just still don't trust this guy. The way he was hamming it up in this segment, the way he kept staring at that belt, I say, yeah,
his mentor.
How'd you feel about that, Julio? When Jungle accepted the challenge, were you like, oh, okay, that's interesting?
Well, perfect example. I was the Alonzo Morning meeting. I was like, I get it. Yeah, like, and that's because I was like, nah, I don't want this, and then I was like, all right, here's a pillar. The boy can cook in the ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to make him like Phil said. You got to make him look like he is the pillar. And it's Sonata and him. It's like, all right, they gonna cook. It's Sonata. They gonna cook. Like, so, I wasn't thrilled at first, but it's more. I know it's gonna be just like you said. Perfect example. The Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay is gonna be. They're gonna steal the show.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked they steal the show.
Yeah, I think it's along the lines of Phil saying, it's just a good look for Jungle Boy. Also, if you're trying to pitch that these pillars are somebody, and then you look at Jack's history after this match, it's like, oh, his last 2 title matches were an IWGP heavyweight title match and an AEW heavyweight title match. That's like big. Good. That's putting faith in these guys, because even beyond just, saying that they're pillars, you got to like make them think that you actually believe in them, and putting them in a big match against the champion of the promotion you guys are having this big pay-per-view with is a good look.
And they've been doing it. They've been doing it for 4 years. They've been building Jack for this for years. So it's time to pay off in their investment. That's it. It's ROI.
And I think it's great that, we have the 2 very top heavy main events of Ospreay and Omega and Okada and Bryan. But then right underneath that, you're going to have Max against Tanahashi and Jungle Boy against Sonata. Like, that's a great way to showcase, like, not only do we got some of the dopest wrestlers in the world, some vets, but then like our future generation is also in the mix too. It's man, this show is going to be insane.
Cook for sure.
Yeah. I mean, then on that, we also got the tease for more teases for Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. We are getting an insane tag match next week in Chicago, Illinois.
I'm tired of
Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia. Definitely looking forward to that, man.
Not for nothing, Dan Garcia got a big pop when he showed up on the screen. So I'm like, all right, my guy is out here.
He's out here. Daniel Garcia is one of my favorites out here for sure. Like, I love that he's like this generation, but he still is like technical as Dean Malenko and Danielson and all of them. But it's our generation, so it's dope. It's he has that good blend, and like even with the sports entertainment stuff, it's been worked fine. Not to skip ahead, but I'm waiting to see him and Sammy. I love that as a feud.
Yeah,
it's coming. Garcia. I actually wanted Garcia to get the IWGP title shot. Truthfully, that's what I wanted.
Okay,
that'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, but they've already started building the stuff with Shibata, so I assume that they're probably gonna either do the Shibata match at Forbidden Door or at Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah, I think they probably might do it at Forbidden Door. It's kind of looking like. I think that's probably why they're doing the tag match, to set up the two different matches across from each other.
Garcia's a nasty dude too. Him charging up, looking like he's about to do that corner spot and stopping midway and hitting that dance on him. Garcia's crazy.
Nasty boy, man. Dan Garcia's a fool, a big fool. But yeah, there's still some. We still have some mysteries. There's some other people that we want to see on the show that haven't been announced anything yet. I kind of expect them to announce a match or two maybe tonight on Collision to get some some heat. But,
I think we're definitely going to get more New Japan stuff tonight. We got the Sammy and Jericho segment, which was surprisingly good. because I was sitting around like, all right, they're very much trying to make Sammy into a babyface. I still don't know how I feel about that. But I thought this segment was good. It made perfect sense. I've seen people saying that they thought that Garcia was going to turn on Jericho first, but I feel like it means more because Sammy has been with this guy since day one. And for him to feel like, yo, the second I got a world title match, you were not in my corner. You were nowhere around. You didn't help me with anything. I think that story makes a lot of sense. I think it's a great way to continue his babyface turn. I was into it. Some of the others,
Jericho wearing them fucking 3-inch heels so he can look this close enough to Sting as he did is wild.
Did you see my tweet last night where I showed the Elton John cover for Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and those boots look real similar. I don't know if he's trying to do
look very similar. But yeah, Sting punking him out, like Jericho putting his bat in his neck and Sting being like, "Get this bat out my neck, bro. Get this. Why aren't you got this bat in my face for?"
You are not gonna punk me out with a bat. You know who I am. I am that guy with a bat, bro. Like
I'm the Batman. What's this little boy doing in here?
Sting like I'm a Floyd killer.
Get out of here, bro. Yeah, so I thought that was good. Of course, I thought the main event was great. Ending was amazing. I mean, everything that they set up in that ending, just the culmination of everything from the Blackpool Combat Club stuff with the Elite, Eddie Kingston showing back up on it and getting a big pop. Man, this guy, just seeing the excitement around Eddie right now is really cool, man. Seeing the excitement for him to be in the G1, seeing people excited that he's back on Dynamite, possibly getting that match with Claudio at Death Before Dishonor. Then we got Takeshita sliding in,
hitting some huge bombs. Takeshita came in looking like a movie villain. Like, nah, I'm tired of this.
Yes, and I was one of those guys at first that was like, I don't know, man. This guy's so well liked. Is this gonna work as a heel? Nah, man. He's been killing it, man.
It's working.
It's definitely working. And then we ended it with, man, how they managed to keep this a surprise after all of this, man. Ending it with Will Ospreay sliding in. And legitimately sliding in. The way he slid in the camera was so dope.
100%.
hit him with that hook kick, and I mean perfectly precise hook kick out of nowhere. And gave my man 2 hidden blades, bro. Yeah. Gave Omega 2 hidden blades, bro. It's on site for you after Wrestle Kingdom. I ain't playing with you. Yeah, I thought this was a really, really great ending. It's tough for me to say it's not the best Dynamite of the year as a big New Japan fan. And just seeing the build they're doing for Forbidden Door, I think that this was miles better than the Forbidden Door build last year.
1,000,000%.
Yeah,
for sure.
You got so many actual stories here. I think that they're building up the bigger matches better. And I mean, the 2 big matches that we got are just insane. Bigger than anything we got last year.
Yeah.
Super excited for Forbidden Door. Super salty I'm not going. It should be in Chicago this year, but it is what it is.
You got to go to 2 back-to-back shows.
I was just playing. But Toronto's the right place for it, just considering the stuff that they're doing.
You are getting a big show this summer, you son of a gun.
Yeah,
I'm tired of y'all.
Let me live. Let me live. No, it makes sense that it's in Toronto with the stuff they're doing with Kenny and Ospreay, and you know they're building Kenny up as like kind of this Bret Hart figure in Canada, and Ospreay going in there and being completely anti-Canada. I think it's gonna be fire.
You think Will gets the win?
I definitely think he's winning. Yeah. I think he's winning, and I think he's gonna get booed out of the building.
All the way out, all the way.
Who would y'all feel Blackpool? How would y'all book Blackpool in Forbidden Door 2?
I've been thinking about that. Them and the Elite. I'm like, where are these guys going to fit in the card? They can't do a match against each other. That wouldn't really fit the Forbidden Door theme, you know?
I feel like because of the stuff you've been doing in New Japan with Shota, it makes so much sense for Shota to do something with those guys.
Yeah.
So I could see, like, even if it's just like a tag match with like Mox and Shota versus somebody, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Man, I really, really want to see if they do anything Bullet Club related. I really, really want to see Chris Bay on this card.
That would be sick.
Chris Bay, man. I'd be fired. We've been cooking on him.
I'm interested in what they do with the tag team championships too.
Yeah.
Like, what are the IWGP tag team championships going to be? The junior tag team championships? Like, there's still a lot of stuff we can do. And Tony liked to stack them pay-per-views up. I was like, you can still announce like 9 more matches at this point.
Yeah, I think we're definitely probably going to get a Bullet Club 8-man match, because if I had to assume, if the purpose was to introduce the Gun Club into the scenario, I have to assume it'd be to have like a full click by Forbidden Door.
Right.
So I had to assume it's probably going to be Bullet Club Gold versus like New Japan Bullet Club with like Finlay, probably Clark Connors and Gabriel Kidd and like Coughlin or somebody.
Okay, I can see that. I definitely like the Guns in Black Bullet Club Gold. I like that. Sure.
Listen, man, I like the Guns, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I think the Guns are cool.
We came out to that 50. I was like, all right, I'm locked in with them. I'm locked in.
Man. I like the Guns, man.
Why?
Why? Like
What did anybody?
They man, that backstage segment, man, they was looking hella flashy, man. They had the swag jumping off, man. They was talking that talk. I liked it, man. And they were doing the old school Bullet Club stuff of us. Yeah. We didn't have nothing to do with that. Why would you think we did anything? I liked it. I'm sorry.
They fit. That's what I like. It's like, I hate that they fit. I hate that this is gonna work when it does work. I'm not mad about it.
But this was a really, really good Dynamite, man.
Strong.
I won't say that everything in it was for me, but I think the high notes were top week, man. I think even like the women's match, I thought Tony and Sky Blue killed it. Man, every time we see Sky Blue, she gets better and better. Very excited for her to get that spot at United Center in her hometown. That's really cool for her as a signed wrestler now. And I think Tony's been killing it as a heel too with belt, man. I've been liking her a lot more as champion this time around because she actually has a character.
Sky Blue's on every show. I still don't understand why Sky Blue is the MVP of AEW. She's on Dynamite. She's on Rampage. She's on Ring of Honor. She's gone Collision. I'm like, yo, the homegirl
She's
just
outside, man.
Really runs the gauntlet here. Like, good for her. Now she's coming up before our eyes, and it's really dope to see. Also featured on Dynamite this week, we didn't talk about, was that 8-man tag with the Mogul Embassy against with the Jericho stuff led to Sting. Bunch of the homies in that match, man. And they've been trying to close the door, the chapter on this Keith Lee and Swerve thing, and Mogul Embassy's coming up, and Orange Cassidy's in here, and really dope stuff for all those people involved, considering what they had to follow and what they were before with the main event.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like how Mogul Embassy works together, man. All of their tag moves were really dope. I thought the way that they set up the Swerve Stomp was cool.
Yep.
Man,
Cage coming out at Surface Sting was crazy. I
love
it.
Yes.
Surface Sting Cage.
Like
man, I don't like throwing dirt on people, and I wasn't hating on Trench Montana. I thought Trench was cool. I wasn't mad at Parker Boudreaux like those guys, but it's better. It's better. It's better with man. It's better with the Embassy guys, man. It is.
Swerve looks extra dope with them guys out there. Khan looks like a fucking action figure. He's insane. Cage is a beast. Toa's destroying fools. And Prince not like this. This crew really makes Swerve look like the one
upgrade.
That's gonna be world champ one day. With this crew, this we see it. We see what's going on.
And everybody feels like they're comfortable in their skin. You know what I mean? Everybody's moving in their character. Like Toa was going crazy. Like you felt like you would have thought he was Umaga and like he was
straight up.
Bag. He believed them, So I really enjoyed that about the Mogul Embassies. And then Prince Nana, shout out my boy Prince Nana, good guy, man. Like
always.
The touch.
Really dope match. Yeah, no, strong ass Dynamite, man. This is the kind of stuff. Just like you were saying earlier, basketball's over. There's not too much competition. Hockey's over now. Go for it. Start throwing it in. We need to get all of our best shit on these shows. We got 2 shows now. There's a lot going on. They're building to Forbidden Door, Wembley, All Out. Like, it's a lot going on. It's about to be an insane summer. And then,
summer.
just like we said for WWE too, they got a bunch of big shows. They got the huge SummerSlam show. They got Money in the Bank. Like, this summer is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Where do you think we're getting the rematch for Cole and MJF?
I'd like to think one of the maybe All In, maybe All Out is where we're going to continue it. I probably maybe lean toward, I don't know if that could be the main event though. Cole and MJF as the main event at Wembley.
Yeah, I don't know. A part of me really would like to see Pac get a big match in the UK, man. Like, I don't know if he's ready to come back from the injury yet, but I really want to see Pac on this card.
Yeah, that would be dope. I don't know. They're going to have to run it back soon, but it's going to be interesting to see how MJF interacts with Tanahashi too, because we all know about Tanahashi's injuries. We all know about Tanahashi's stuff. Like, what kind of you can't have that same match you just had with Cole with Tanahashi. No way.
He's definitely gonna work that knee. Come on, you know it's coming. He's gonna work the knee. But I like the Tanahashi vignette they showed. I liked MJF not keeping that same energy that he's had for the last 2 years. Like, nah, I ain't trying to wrestle nobody from that super indie over there.
I love it. He's been in Japan for years, so that's why that match is going to be really, really good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's one of those situations that he probably really likes New Japan on the low, so he probably, or at least knows enough. If he's a student of the game, he's at least studied to know, all right, he's going to have one of those matches with Tanahashi, and Tanahashi knows how to be. It's a great heel versus a great baby face. 1 + 1 is 2 every time.
Yeah, the reason I asked though with where they're going to do this rematch, because I'm sitting thinking I have to assume they're probably going to try and do Punk versus MJF 3 at some point.
I would think so.
I'm thinking Wednesday.
Because I mean, if you do that, I have to assume it's probably going to happen at All Out in Chicago.
Oh, that's true.
And All In is August. That's what, like almost 2 months away. I don't know. Can you keep that feud hot for 2 months with Cole?
I don't think so. I'm thinking that they might not forget about it, but like not play into it for a while. Let MJF let both of these guys get involved with something else and then come back to it. But I don't think they consistently for 2 months run this and it be as hot as it should be at the end of it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're getting at some point Adam Cole versus Jay White. I don't know when, but there's just too much of a story there.
That's a long time build one.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to happen at some point this year too. So I don't know.
Listen, to be in AEW's creative right now is a fun moment, fun time in life because it's
who do we know over there? Well,
what's the homie's name? What was the homie's name? Bill Birmingham, I think it was. Yeah, shout out to Bill.
Big shout out.
Probably on his way to Chi-Town right now too. Get it in. My homeboy's about to be turning up tonight. I'm very jealous to be all the way over here.
I believe that he's here. He sent me a message that a few minutes ago. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I think
he knows we have a pod. You better relax, Bill.
No, there's a lot of people coming out tonight. This crazy. I was just saying it feels like a pay-per-view weekend because there's some people coming in the city just for this. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Pro wrestling, man, this is it, man. This is what we do it for. We can discourse to the day turns yellow. It doesn't matter. Like, this is what it's about.
It's all about this. Yeah, we could keep talking about everything. We've been talking about this man for 9 straight months, even though he's been at home. And finally, he's going to be on TV. He's going to talk. And we're going to be lit.
Give us more discourse.
I don't know. You want to get into some more super chats before we hop into this Collision preview?
Definitely. El Monte sends a super chat. It doesn't have anything attached, but thanks, El. Jake Salazar says, poor Sonata. He's not excited about the Jungle Jack match. Yeah, no, it's gonna cook. Afterwards, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Jungle can do that. Chi-Town Spurs says Phil just jealous. Hangman stole the late 20s, early 30s women's wrestling fan demographic. That's why he's so insecure about him. I mean, Hangman, you getting this shit off.
Hangman is definitely getting the thirst going on Twitter.
Yeah, no, they be loud. They be very thirsty when Hangman's on screen.
Yeah,
El Monte sent another one saying Cody win in Rumble again. Who will beat Roman?
I don't think he's winning the Rumble again. I still think it's Cody. I still think Cody's the guy to beat Roman.
Yeah. When?
I don't know. I thought it was SummerSlam for a minute. It's not SummerSlam. I don't know.
It's not SummerSlam. Yeah.
WrestleMania 40. I wouldn't mind Big E coming back from injury and telling that story.
Good luck with that, big dog.
I don't know if we're getting that. I kind of would like a reverse of what they did with Rock and Punk, where he gets to Royal Rumble and gets the match with Cody at Royal Rumble and beats him at Royal Rumble, and then they go with if Rock is coming back, they go with the Rock Roman match at WrestleMania, because that match doesn't need a title.
No, it don't.
Dwayne,
but they're not gonna do that.
No, he went to go apologize to Vin Diesel. We know what time it is. Like, he apologized to them before he apologized to the WWE universe. Yeah, he's cool. I don't think he's gonna be up over here. You got that fast bag.
Vince. He goes,
yeah.
I mean,
he went into his phone. He was like, looking for Vince, and then he saw Vin on the way. He's like, you know what? Maybe what's up, man?
Yo, you know how funny that is, scrolling and getting to the V's and being like, let me see what Vin's talking about.
Yeah, let me see what Vin's talking about. Hey, y'all still filming Fast X? I might pull up. Definitely gonna be in Fast 11. I don't know. I haven't seen no spoilers. Coy Stalling says Fightful Select, best $5 in the business. Yes, if you want to hear Phil, Lindsay, and I uncensored on Ask Grapsody every other Thursday, that's where you're gonna get it. And you get like hella scoops before they get to the timeline and somebody tries to add their own little bullshit spin on it.
Yeah,
they be doing that.
They do be doing that. I'm like, you don't have nothing to do with this. Why are you saying this?
People be definitely trying to remix this, man.
Yeah.
There's a hella Jermaine Dupri's out there. Everybody's like, y'all know what this is? And we're like, no, I don't know what this is, bro. Don't remix these tweets. Anwar Starwind says the opening and ending of Dynamite in the arena was fun. Seeing Ospreay run in like the Flash through the crowd was hella wild.
Yeah.
Donna Del Mondo is the squad. Yeah, did you guys see the Flash?
I have not. I was gonna go see it yesterday, but I had some other stuff going inside.
It's busy. It's a busy weekend. The Pro Wrestling Podcast just sends a super chat. Appreciate y'all. Caden says, sorry, Reg, last night was cinema. You better have been at a movie theater then, Caden.
You went to see Flash?
Yeah, you must have went to go see Flash if you saw some cinema.
Caden.
RH says, I wanted Swerve versus Sonata, the mogul of New Japan. That would have been pretty hot.
That would have been dope.
Yeah.
What's Swerve going to do at Forbidden Door, man?
What might happen? I don't know. Eloquent says, do we get Bullet Club versus Bullet Club Gold at Forbidden Door 2? We kind of talked about that a little bit. I think that's what Phil's leaning towards for the big Bullet Club match. It feels like what they've been doing with building up the New Japan Bullet Club, that like they got enough members they could do a shit 6 on 6 at this point with how many new guys they got. Single Blue Note, the Panda says, with Sammy potentially dumping Jericho and being a tweener, Jack's going to the dark side sounds about right. There's balance. Yeah, the pillars are going to start switching roles and switching things, and it's going to be great for all of them.
They booed Sammy when he announced he's having a daughter.
Niggas are ruthless, Julio. They don't care about nothing.
Don't care, man.
We talked to many times about the Cody and Brandy gender reveal, and they booed the gender. Like, they don't care about nothing. They don't care that you're having a baby, dog. What that got to do with me? Yeah, straight up flip, dog. Why are you talking about your baby?
Yo, that reminds me, man. When I seen that article of Ricochet ranting about not being able to get to create a character there, and he felt like he hasn't been able to develop a character like somebody like Rollins or Cody has. And I was like, yeah, because they sitting over there like, man, what are you talking about? Do some flips, man. Like,
do some flips, bro. Why you talking about a character? I don't care about no character.
Do some
flips,
flips,
a double
man.
fucking moonsault. What are you even talking about?
Man,
and then him being like, what else did he say? Osprey and Moose. He said Osprey and Moose would really benefit from the WWE's push or whatever he's saying. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Osprey at this point, but I don't know. I don't know if Moose is. Niggas be riding hard for their friends, man. I get it. I understand. I get it.
I didn't see that part, but I understood his frustrations. I just thought it was funny because I can just imagine him back there talking about that, and somebody just being like, "Man, do some."
I want to talk to somebody about my character, and they're like, "Bro, get out in the ring and do a 450 splash,
650 plancha."
Yeah.
Give us that car crash shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, Trevor.
Not Trevor.
And Nakamura and what's buddy name? I'm bugging. They've been cooking on Raw.
Yeah, they have.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson
Reed. Yeah, they've been quietly cooking on Raw.
They have been. Good for them. I like all those guys.
Yeah, good guys.
Shotdown Spurs says Chicago doing 9K tonight and 6K on Wednesday. Acknowledge us, the Mecca. I feel like they might, with walk up, they might get to 10 today. Like I feel like there'll be a little bit of extra excitement, maybe. I think they're pretty deep into the 9s. I think so. It's gonna be a hot crowd.
My man's trying to get them numbers up with that interview.
Oh, he knew what he was doing. He's like, I can see the Bucks like, you see? You're going to Tony. This is what we be talking about. Tony.
Yeah. Exactly what we saying right here.
Back on the radio or Hangman.
Great idea. Like, I'll do this interview, but you better drop that shit on Friday, the day before. I need to get my heat, maybe. The Pro Wrestling Podcast says, will I see Phil tonight? Which one? CM Punk, Philip Lindsay? Like, there's gonna be all kind of Phils out.
Chicago Phil's is gonna be outside, bro.
Back
outside, eating some deep dish pizza, some popcorn, some Harold's, dancing to the percolator. It's gonna be lit tonight in Chicago.
Man, you gotta let me know if you come into Hidden City in September, man.
I heard about some potential things out there for your guys, so I think I might be hopping on that flight. I think I might be hopping on that flight.
September, man.
All right, yo, man, holla at me. We gonna roll the red carpet out. You ready to know?
Let's go, man. Yeah, that'll be my first time in Chicago. I've been wanting to get out there for a while. So
yeah, I am determined to go to Grand Slam this year. I was supposed to go last year, had my flight booked and everything, and I didn't end up going. I am determined.
Man, that's hot. I want to go to that.
Both times I wish out to Deb. Show love to plug Deb. Good friend of mine.
Damn, I need to get flued out. I gotta give me a New York sugar mama.
Get flued out.
I gotta get on New York old lady Tinder at this point, cause yo,
we can tap you. We get you just a couple things. You know what I mean?
Man, I gotta get flued out.
Facts.
Jake says, "Why does Sammy face at? Who does Sammy face at Forbidden Door? Like, come on, Charisma Vacuum can get on the card, but not Sammy.
Come on, run Sammy versus Hiromu for me.
Hey,
if it ain't Sammy Darby, I take Sammy versus Hiromu. I think that'd be fire.
Do a multi-man, Sammy, Darby,
Hiromu. You always scramble back. That's what they need with all the crew juniors. Do the scramble.
Man. They don't do a lot of scrambles in AEW, like at all. Honestly, at this point, let's do a big scramble with a bunch of homies.
Yep. Then we get more people in.
Gots to. Vamp Twinblade says, "Give me the Mox family pick: John, Uncle Dan, Uncle Claude, Shooter, Willer, Renee, and baby Nara.
Yes.
All of them wearing their best denim and leather."
No, they're wearing denim.
The homie Meet Normus says, "What's good, Phil, Reg, and Julio? My bum ass Wizards about a trade. Wizards, it's tough for you, Meet Normus. Brad Bill to Miami or Phoenix, so we tanking this year. Glad we got the Dynamite. We don't get nice things in that building lately."
Yeah, the DC crowd was dope. I think that was another reason why that Dynamite was dope.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the homie Andrew Thompson. He was out there in the building this week in DC too. Jake Salazar said, "I want to see Punk champion again, so all the marks can cry and cope." That's gonna not be good for anybody. Anime Otaku says
you shooting for the moon with that one, buddy.
Yeah, straight up. Anime Otaku says Punk and MJF in December. Have Punk be Cena to MJF's Punk.
That's fire.
I agree.
That's fire.
We got 2 more for Jake. I live in Atlanta. We don't drink Pepsi down here, but I bought Pepsi for tonight to celebrate my guy. And also my final pitch, House of Black versus LIJ, Naito, Shingo, and Yoda. I just want Naito on the card. Yeah, I like that too.
Listen, now that Andrade's back, the match should be LIJ versus LFI. If we're not doing that, I don't know why we're not doing it.
Andrade can't be on there, right? That's the thing.
Come on, man. Come on.
What's up with Roosh and all them? They about to be like, they got all that going on with AAA. They not messing with
yeah. Roosh earlier this week announced that he wasn't a part of AAA anymore, that he wasn't gonna show he not gang like that no more, which makes me there's just so much drama that always goes on with AAA and CMLL, and they are in drama with New Japan. Some are in drama with AEW. I feel like there's too much going on that's gonna affect because there's hella luchadors that are not gonna be a part of this because of whatever this stupid shit is.
Yeah,
it sucks.
That's stupid.
That sucks. I would definitely
Mexico though. I really want to touch that. It get dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, that's all the super chats for now. Really appreciate y'all contributing to the topics. What y'all be drinking in Atlanta though? That's not Pepsi. Coke.
Yeah, when you go down to Atlanta, Coke is the thing. They got the World of Coke where you can go to that big Coca-Cola factory.
Oh,
Coca-Cola is the vibe in Atlanta, bro.
Right.
Let's see on Humper Chats. Let's see from Black Phoenix brand. Sorry for the thirstiness, but Bianca is just perfect. That said, I think her not being champ is actually going to do wonders for her. The last 2 weeks, I've seen flashes of the fire and attitude that I fell in love with in NXT. No, for real.
Whatever that photo shoot she had this week where she was posing in the locker room, I was like, yo, Montez, can he fight?
Probably. Yeah, no, he could definitely fight.
Yeah, he could definitely fight.
God, every day on Twitter is a reason. Every day. I would too.
Straight up. Yeah, I would wake up thanking God every day too. I look to the side and see Bianca and be like, thank you. Thank you. I made another one.
Another one.
Straight up.
Yeah, he just finished up with no heel turn needed. I agree. I don't think you need to turn a heel.
No, I like what they're doing right now for being like, I deserve my shit. And the reason that I'm mad is because I was a champion for a long time. How could Charlotte just come and step up like nothing?
Yeah, don't play with a black woman. Nothing worse than an upset black woman.
Straight up.
Who held to pay, and she's going to do it with styling.
She don't have to be the heel when doing it. She could be protecting her babies, and she got to turn up,
Yeah, no, I think she's been great since she dropped the title. It's shown that she doesn't really need the belt to be. I feel like she's actually developed more as a character in the last few weeks than we've seen in a long time. I think it was needed. I thought the promo she cut last night was amazing. I love when she gets in that bag and like shows people like, nah, I'm a really good talker.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like the move somewhere down the road, whether it's SummerSlam or by Mania, is going to be Charlotte versus Bianca.
Yeah,
because Bianca's been talking about that match for the longest. She's the last 4 horsewoman that she hasn't wrestled.
That's one. Yep.
And that's gonna be a big match. Hopefully that doesn't mean they're about to just rush Asuka out of the title picture.
It's not looking good how they're pushing Charlotte so far.
It ain't looking good. But
hey, shout my boy Dre. Asuka, he said Asuka got the walk in her midst. So
yeah, I feel like
she needs she got the big moment, but you don't want to just.
Nah, you can't make this a transitional reign.
Yeah.
No, she got to get that win back. She ain't never beat Charlotte in a title match yet. She got to get that win back. It's time. She earned it.
And we gotta get to Asuka and Io. I feel like that's the big shit.
I hope that they don't take the belt off of her.
It's not looking good. Shout out to my guy Grayson Waller, though. He is my guiltiest pleasure wrestling personality right now. I'm like, hey, I fucks with Grayson Waller, man. I don't know what it is. I just really like this guy.
Tweets are all like Grayson compliments in the bottom.
I think he's the better version of your guy, LA Knight. Whatever. Let's move on.
No, I think he's. I don't think he is. I think he's the better version of what they want to do with Austin Theory.
Austin Theory can work though. I think Austin Theory can work better than Grayson Waller can. So
I agree with that. I just mean like the influencer stuff he's doing. I think that character wise, that's what they want to do with Theory. That
right,
and it's working better with Grayson Waller.
It is because he can talk better than Theory can.
Yeah. Last Humper chat I see is from Bizarro Big L. WWE isn't going to get picked up by Disney. They have cash flow issues. They also need to sell some stuff to pay Comcast for Hulu, especially after announcing another stupid live action Bambi. I'm with Reg. The Bloodline is good, but it's home movies. It's home movies at times.
Oh yeah, they did that. They did talk about the Disney stuff this week. Like that was some rumor that they could potentially get the rights to what Raw and SmackDown at this point. It would be that would be like, and people, it's not the Disney Channel, like Disney, the brand, the company, the $1 million. They have ESPN, they have all these things. So yeah, I mean, I feel like anybody who's going to give up the bag now is in the running at this point. It'd just be crazy to not see Raw on USA and SmackDown on Fox.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how it was when they moved to TNN.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but got a pretty big show tonight that I guess we should get into.
We've been talking about that.
AEW Collision will be tonight at the United Center, at the building that Jordan built. Banners is gonna be waving tonight when my guy comes out here and puts hands on Bullet Club guys. I'm excited, man. And it's not just I'm excited anytime getting to see wrestling at the United Center because this is just a historic building.
Big.
But getting to see Punk at the United Center will never not feel like a treat to me. It just feels like a big deal. It just feels special. And getting to see him in the ring with Joe tonight is going to be huge. Getting to see him standing across from Bullet Club. I mean, 8 years ago, this guy cut a pipe bomb and talked about threatening to go to New Japan. And he's going to be in a main event of this show with Bullet Club guys.
And he also mentioned Ring of Honor in that promo, and he's going to be in the ring with Samoa Joe. This is like, wow. I can't believe that we got here.
Yeah. Big match feel.
And Punk looks good, man. That vignette they played this week, he looks hungry, he looks big, he looks this, or as Wade would say, he looks depressed, he looks sad, he was crying before they started filming, I think.
I didn't understand what Wade was talking about, man.
The Wade, man, or one of them boys, he must have did something to them boys. Them boys be mad at him.
Right.
I don't know what Wade was talking about, but I guess, shit out the Wade, I guess. I didn't know what he's talking about, but
no.
I thought the hype package was fire, man. I thought them shooting it from above in Wicker Park and showing the train tracks and like showing him in the alley. I thought that was dope. Showing him in the lab, getting the ropes in. Nah, man, I thought that was fire.
Hitting that Sting line. Only things that's for sure is nothing's for sure. Like, yo, I see what's going on.
And I think it's smart to play up how unpredictable he is. Because I mean, I don't know if people understand this about Punk. Punk is a good wrestler. He does good in-ring stuff, but his in-ring stuff isn't what makes him special. The thing that keeps people talking about him is the mouth. It's the mic. Yeah. It's you just never know what he's going to say. You never know what he's going to do. And so I don't understand people being like, oh, it's a risk to have him because you don't know what he's going to say. Yeah, because that's him. Like,
that's the point.
You take it. That's the gift and the curse of having this guy. And so I think doing a high package around, how unpredictable he is and him saying he's got some scores to settle. I got some stuff to get off my chest. I mean, building up the hype package around him cutting up a promo is the right move because everybody wants to hear this guy talk.
What do you think he said? Like, what direction do you think he goes in this big promo? Do you think he's going to do a Chicago victory lap, or do you think he's going to heal it up a little bit, address the elephants in the room? What direction is he going to take with this?
The other reason this is very smart is because I don't think he's going to cut a long promo at all. I think he's going to get into certain stuff, and I think that either Jay White or somebody is going to cut him off and get heat off of it.
Okay.
Because like I said, the thing is people want to hear him talk, but of course, he can't possibly talk about the stuff that people want to hear him talk about.
No.
And so you've got to put an on-screen reason to cut him off. And so I think having like Jay White come out there or him getting attacked by Kenta, I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And I mean, I think him having, a back and forth promo with Jay White is the move, man. I think we've been waiting for him to have a big promo with AEW since he got there, and he hasn't had that moment yet. And I think possibly having that moment with Punk is going to be a big deal for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about might be more excited about the promo than I am in the match, but then I think that Samoa Joe's going to be on the other side of him. I'm like, dude, that is
Punk, man.
We're going to cut all that shit off. We don't care about none of that shit. Y'all want to hear about beat somebody up.
That's it. Just fight.
Yeah,
These
man.
niggas about to get in the ring and fight.
Like I said, I'm excited for the main event itself, but like I said, this is Punk in the ring with a mic. Come on,
Chicago in the United States.
Chicago, man. Like, he's gonna get something off, man. I mean,
it's first time wrestling in the United Center. I think I heard that in Will Washington's Unrestricted podcast.
It's his first time wrestling there.
I believe so. I heard something like that, but that'd be crazy.
Has he wrestled in Chicago, the United Center, since he's been back to AEW? Has it just been promos every time?
He cut the promo at First Dance, and he didn't wrestle that night. I guess it is because because he didn't get a chance to wrestle at Forbidden Door. That's right, he was injured.
This is a big deal. This is an even bigger deal.
Yeah, but Miro was talking about that too. Miro's going to be back tonight. That this is his first time wrestling in the United Center. I don't know who he's wrestling tonight. I have to assume he's going to squash somebody and he's going to get his promo off as well. They'll probably set up his next feud. I'm very excited to see Miro back. Very excited to see Andrade back. Man,
Andrade and Bud Murphy, man. Or Bud Matthews.
I think that's probably going to be the match of the night. Those guys are going to kill it. They've got tons of history from NXT and other stuff, working like live shows, so that's gonna be good.
And they both tried to leave to go see their girlfriends. Never forget that part.
We're probably both in the building tonight for this one.
No, Mommy might be in the building.
Hey. Now that match is gonna be dope, though. I think both those guys, like Buddy's had a few moments since he's came to AEW, but not enough for the star caliber of wrestler that he is. And Andrade even less, you know what I mean? Like, Andrade is a dynamic pro wrestler, one of the best luchadors. Like, he can do everything in the ring. Like, the shining moments we've seen of him in AEW so far have been dope. So it's just going to be great to see him back in the ring. Everybody's going to have a chip on their shoulder tonight. Everybody's going to have something to prove. They hear us talking shit about them and not being on TV. So, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, I definitely think this is going to be a night we're going to see a lot of returns and people, like, just showing what's next for them. Like, you mentioned Scorpio Sky. We're probably going to see Scorpio. I have to assume we're probably going to see Thunder Rosa. She's definitely here. I don't know if she's doing anything tonight.
Does she live in Chicago?
No, she's from Texas.
She just she's in Texas, right? They just do a lot. They just do a lot of stuff in Chicago. I just forgot for a minute, honestly.
Yeah, big indie scene here, so she does wrestling here. But yeah, she's from San Antonio, right?
That's right. Yeah, no, she is Texas, 1000%. And then the women's tag team match is also happening on this show. Sky Blue and the New Japan Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale are taking on Ruby Soho and the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm, which should be a great match. All these women are super dope. Toni has been, like Phil said, in her bag since she became a heel. I'm interested to see maybe what match this could lead to for Forbidden Door. What's going to happen with the women at Forbidden Door? We haven't really heard too much about that.
Yeah, I hope we get some kind of tease to what Willow's doing at Forbidden Door tonight. Maybe something with Toni. I kind of feel like Sky Blue and Willow are gonna win. I kind of feel like they've been doing this back and forth with Willow and Sky for a long time. They've been doing like either tag matches or like the matches on Dynamite, and they always lose. I feel like they're finally gonna get the win. It's kind of a big full circle moment because I don't know if people remember, Sky Blue came to prominence during All Out Weekend 2021. And that was when she did the shows at Now Arena, and then she was in the Casino Battle Royal, which was the same night that Ruby Soho debuted. And so I think that's a nice full circle moment of her. You know, that was the thing that put her on the map with AEW, and now she's signed and being able to work United Center. I think she's gonna get the win tonight.
Big deal, yeah. It sounds like it.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna get the win, and they're probably gonna set up whatever's next for Tony and Willow. Other than that, I can't call it, because maybe, like I said, maybe they're gonna do something with Thunder Rosa. I don't think Thunder Rosa's cleared yet, though.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna play a big part in this. She might just come out as like, I'm here, I'm coming back. Y'all better watch her back. But I couldn't expect her to like get in and mix it up.
Yeah, I think the stare down with Tony is the way to go with their history, and you know, Thunder never really lost the title. She just vacated it, and we knew how Tony felt about the interim stuff. So I feel like that's the way to go. When we do see Thunder Rosa, is to do the stare down with Tony. But yeah, I really excited for this card, man. I don't know what other matches they have announced. Like they've only announced the 4 things. The main event, Miro's going to be wrestling somebody. And the TNT title match, the Lucha.
Oh, that's right.
Warlord.
Yeah, Warlord, Luchasaurus. Yep.
Who you got, Julio?
In that match, I got Warlow. I got Warlow taking that for sure. He's on a hot streak. I feel like we're about to get an Arn Anderson tag match. I feel like Arn might step in the ring. I know it's a little different though. Like it feel like
Arn teasing pulling out the Glock out his thing. I'm like, no, this nigga's wilding.
They jumped him. He ain't have it on him. All wild.
He ain't have it on him.
He ain't have it on him. It's crazy.
I think Warlow's definitely winning. I think I had to assume the TNT title is going to be like the main title on Collision, because they don't have a world title.
Do you think they're going to keep up with this, or do an open challenge thing, or you think they're going to establish another thing for Wardlow?
I don't know, but I think it's definitely something to the fact that you have so many ex-TNT champions on the same brand. Cause
you do have a lot.
You got Scorpio, you got Miro. I mean, right there, that's 2. You've got we've seen Hobbs announced somewhere. I think Hobbs might show up tonight.
I think he's going to be on Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, those are already 3 ex-TNT title guys.
I mean, your boy said it in his little interview, his ESPN interview. He was like, "I'd love to see Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks get their shit off on Saturdays." And I'm like,
we didn't really get into much. We didn't really get into much of this interview. I mean, first off, shout out to Mark at ESPN, man. I met Mark in Vegas. I think that was Double or Nothing weekend last year, and I saw him again this year in LA for WrestleMania. Seems like a cool dude. I thought he did a great job on the interview.
Yeah, it was a great article.
They hyped this thing up.
They gassed it,
man. They gassed this thing up quite a bit. We got the sheets. As certain guys we're jumping running around saying the sheets were hyping this thing up. Oh, it's gonna be this thing that pisses everybody off. People in the locker room have already heard things and they're already mad. And so
also something is coming, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know what's gonna happen. But it's coming and people are gonna be mad about it.
Yeah, so from what I understand, this interview has been in the making for a minute, because that's how these things work.
Yeah.
Whatever, they probably recorded the audio for it, and then Mark took the bits from it that he wanted in there, and then of course he let AEW know what was in it, and their legal team probably looked at it like nah, that's not going in there. So there might have been stuff in there that was more inflammatory than what we read, but that's why you sign NDAs. That's why you run things past certain people. That's why you have PR guys present when you do these things. And make no mistake about it, there was definitely a PR person present.
100%.
I wasn't on the call. I can't say that for sure, but there's no way they didn't have a PR guy on this call. It's not just because first of all, that's standard operating practice for all of these things at these big companies. You're not talking to any wrestlers at any of these big companies without having a PR person present. And then this guy burned them 9 months ago in a press scrum. He's burned them several times on IG because again, he's unpredictable. You don't know what this guy's gonna do. There's no way they're gonna let this guy do an ESPN interview, an approved interview, and not have a PR guy on there.
That's
not
insane.
happening. Yeah, I just think some of the reaction to this was kind of crazy. I thought people overreacting and getting upset about it, and we didn't even see the interview yet, was weird. I'm sure that there's stuff that was in there that people over there know about that we don't need to be privy to. But again, I thought the interview itself was good. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't already know. Well, I mean, stuff we didn't know in the sense that like stuff people that are in the know.
Yeah.
Right. Like stuff like him possibly bringing legal in and him being upset about things before the pipe bomb, the gripe bomb or whatever you want to call it after All Out. Him being upset about those things, and that was the first time he set those guys over there. That's not new. Him being upset with Hangman and questioning whether he was shooting on him. That has been one of the biggest talking points from this interview. And people acting like, oh, he's scared of Hangman. I don't think that's the point he was making. I think the point he was making was, the
point he was making is he's scared, Phil.
The point he was making was, look, we had this segment in the lead up to Double or Nothing. He went off script, so I felt like I couldn't trust him. And if I feel like I can't trust you to do what you're supposed to do in this segment, how do I know what you're going to do in this ring? And that's a very old time worker thing. Like if I've been in a ring with guys that go off script and go off rails, look, he's been injured by guys doing that, going off and shooting on him. So he's looking around like, what's going on? Do I need to defend myself? Do I need to move or what? And the chop that's going around, the clip of the chop, I think it was an accident. He did hit my man clear in the face, but I think it was an accident. It was a little high, but I'm assuming it was an accident. But I could also understand why he was like, "What's going on? You did that on purpose?" Because again, they were getting into it because of that promo. This thing got ugly between him and Hangman.
It really did, because the thing that when he came back and made sure when he came back from injury, the first thing he did was to address it on the live mic. It shows. And then another 9 months go by, and he's still mad about it. It's like, this is real smoke.
So I think that's his issue. It's like we had a match together, and none of this was resolved. So I don't know what dude is on. I don't know. And I mean, again, I know people are looking at it in context like, what's Hangman? Hangman's not going to do that. But again, I don't know this guy. He went off script in a promo. I don't know what he could do.
And that's like like you said, it's an old school thing. If you ever seen like Dark Side of the Ring, you ever hear about like these crazy stories. There's stories of like a wrestler being like, I didn't know what this guy was gonna do, so I came to the ring with a knife in my pocket also, just to make sure. What I'm saying. I had my guys watching from the back just in case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a very old school way of thinking. And Punk has been around for a long time. He's worked indies. And that's why I'm like, people are like, oh, he can't take a hit. I don't think it's that he can't take a hit. Because again, he's been in hour-long matches. He's been in matches with guys that are heavy, stiff guys. I don't think that's the issue. I think he just was like, are you being intentionally stiff with me? Or is it just like what are you doing?
As a pro wrestler, when he said trust, like you put trust in your opponent. If you pick me up for a fucking pile driver, you can really break my neck if we're not cooperating. If you pick me up for a power bomb, it could be nasty if we're not cooperating. So there has to be some level of something to know. He's thinking back to the Ryback matches, and Ryback hurt him. He's thinking back to all, like, he doesn't know what's going to go on in here. Like, so he's just trying to protect himself. Yeah, I do think that the only issue I have is like, that's what that match was supposed to be for. It feels like back in the day as a pro wrestler, two guys have this buzzing feud. They have something going on. They have some kind of underlining issue. Handle it in the ring. That's where we throw. Like, you get a couple of live rounds in, you get your frustration out. We know Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, Montreal. Bret Hart was like, he threw some extra stuff. Like there was some real shots in there. You get your real shots off, and then after the match, you're like, all right, is that it? Is that more? Should there be more? That's usually how it goes. That's the only problem. Like, well, then you should, if he chopped you in the face, you get a receipt, and y'all keep going back until you get this out of it. But I don't know, it's a deep situation.
I do think that that's the interesting thing too, and I think that is why you can tell that Punk thought it was deeper than it really was, and he was just still had in his head the issue that he had with the guy, because he was probably looking at it like, well, okay, he stiffed me, but I don't want to give this guy a receipt, and then we end up really in here going at it because I don't know what dude is on. And so I don't know, man. I think all of it is overblown. I think a lot of this stuff is stuff that we don't need to know. I think it's stuff that they need to sort out back there, because it's not wrestling stuff. It's personal stuff. And so, and I feel the same way with the stuff with him and Elite. Like, even him saying the stuff like he tried to reach out and he tried to apologize and he got a lawyer. Like, again, man.
Because and then I like how they showed the clip. Well, not the clips, but in the article they were showing excerpts of Kenny's interview where he was saying, like, you know, we wish everybody love and all that. Like, you know, everybody want to move on. Everybody feel it was a crazy night, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. Like,
there's definitely still some harboring issues on both sides. Like, it's not totally done, you know.
If CM Punk is gonna do anything, he's gonna hold on to something.
Facts.
He's not the kind of guy that lets things go. And I definitely feel like Kenny is in a better place than he was.
Yeah.
Once he had the time off and he got a chance to like recharge and get back into his mode and come back and start doing the trio stuff with the guys, I think he's in a better place. But
I do like how Punk said that he apologized to Tony, like, for putting him in that position. I thought that was a pretty important part of the thing, because that was a big part of this, is of like, Tony's just sitting here like, I thought we was grumming talking about this show that just happened. This is crazy. You put me in a wild position. And a lot of people came out of that being like, Tony Khan needs to get control of his roster and shit. And so for him to come out and be like, I told him, I'm sorry, I was wild and shit was going on. Shit was crazy. It's pretty important.
I think that's one of the
Jackson's story when he posted Hangman and he said he's a good wrestler and a good human.
I did see that. But I mean, that's their friend. They've been friends for years. And so I could understand that, because if this is me and Reg, for example, and somebody is like saying certain stuff about Reg, I'm gonna say the same thing. Like, that's my guy.
I see the timeline. I'll be seeing it.
I mean, it's real.
That's my guy. Like, no, I don't care what your problem is with him. Like, that's y'all. That's my guy, though. And so
exactly.
I get that, man. But I do think that the stuff with him saying that he regretted how he handled things and he regretted putting Tony in a bad spot is the bits from the interview that was really undercovered. Because everybody was so on the drama stuff, everybody was so on the what was and wasn't said. And I feel like that was kind of one of the important bits from the interview that a lot of people weren't talking about.
Right. No, because they don't care about that. They're like, apologies. I want to hear more beef.
Punk is clicks.
Yeah.
So
we've seen it.
But yeah, I definitely wasn't the inflammatory interview that people made it out to be. I'm sure there was stuff that was left out that might have been kind of wild, but I thought it was a good interview. I didn't think it was anything crazy. But Mark's not going to do that.
Yeah, for the most part, it felt pretty on the line. There was nothing. I think it was just we needed some reassurance, especially before we see him on this show today. I think it was the right move to drop it the day before, so we could be like, because there's a lot of people that I still don't think really know about the entire situation, but then there's a lot of people that do know about the situation and they have chose sides. So to kind of get a little bit of his perspective on it, because nobody said anything out of it, I think is the right move to do.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I think Mark was the right guy to go to, because if I remember correctly, didn't Mark do the interview when he first came back as well?
I think so. Yeah. It was on ESPN.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mark's not that kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy that's like trying to get dirt on a guy or trying to, rile up drama based off what I've seen of his work. So I got it. At this point, though, I'm just really tired of talking about this back and forth with these four guys.
I'm so happy that he's going to be on TV against somebody else tonight. Because fuck,
bro. I'm ready for everybody to be on.
Showing Punk tonight,
man. Come on, let's get to the shits. This has been this 9 months has been insane. We've been doing this like every 2 to 3 weeks. We've been coming on talking about some speculation, some bullshit, something that we don't know the truth on. I'm like, bro, let's get to it, man. I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah, man. It's exhausting.
So much, like, people fight on the block all day.
Yes.
People
beef, bro. people beef all the time. Like these are guys' personal beefs with each other.
My team started out the season with a fight. My basketball team, a very well known for. We saw the video.
Yo.
And they still made it to the damn playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Exactly, man. We gotta go. We got with the chip, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not on this wave of picking sides. And I mean, I remember when they came here, they did the show and around Thanksgiving last year. I was saying the same thing. I'm not going to no shows to boo the Elite because I'm a Punk fan. No, I'm still an Elite fan. I still like the Young Bucks. I still like Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is still one of the best wrestlers in the world. I'm not on that, man. I'm here to
choose
see
sides.
No,
nobody
man.
told you to choose sides.
We're not doing that, man. I'm not picking no sides, man. I think all four of these guys are great in their own ways, and I'm a fan of all four of these guys. I mean, if you count Hangman in there, I'm a fan of all five of these guys, man. Yeah. I'm not on that.
Right. And if we could see all of them showcased on TV, let us, please.
Yes.
I want everybody to be out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I mean, if we do not get CMFTR versus the Elite, I don't think it's the end of the world, but
no.
I don't think they should leave that money on the table either, because that's a big match.
No,
I wouldn't. Yeah, no.
Wembley.
Run it. Wembley. Figure it out, bro. Y'all about to be fighting out there. Like, keep it together.
Yeah, I would love to see it, but if we don't, because guys can't just get past this, then we just don't, man.
Yeah,
it
it's
ain't
not
the
the
end of the
world. It's not. I still think we will get Kenny versus Punk in a one-on-one match. I think at minimum that's might be what we get out of here with, because Kenny seems a little bit more trying to move past it than the others. But I mean, I don't know. But I feel like if I were to guess, I think that at least that match would happen.
I hope so, because I think that's a big match. I mean, he did for me, man. Nah, it's disrespect, man. You doing my man's move in Chicago? Nah, bro.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Got to answer for that, Kenny. Kenneth.
Big Ken. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. We got any more super chats before we wrap this thing up?
Like just one more super chat from Corey David says, what y'all think of Pretty Deadly? Pretty Deadly won the tag team gauntlet for the World Wrestling Entertainment Undisputed Tag Team Championships, and in 2 weeks they're going to get a shot at Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I thought that this match was super interesting. Like, Hit Row was out quick, Good Brothers were out pretty quick. Who's the other team? Street Profits were out really quick too. Like, some teams I expected to kind of last a little bit longer, they didn't, but I think ultimately they made the right move. I think Pretty Deadly's on a pretty good trajectory with what they're doing in WWE. They're a really fun tag team. They had a great run in NXT, and them versus Steen and Generico is just going to be dope also.
Yes, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they've been doing a much better job bringing NXT guys up.
Wow, it's like night and day, right?
Yeah, I think the way that they've been bringing them in and making them a part of the programming on the main roster has been way better. And I think they fit perfectly, man. They're a main roster act, and they were ready.
Like, they slid right in. It hasn't been like these guys are weird. Like, no, from day one, it's like, oh, I see. Yeah, these guys got it.
With Theory is cool too. I'm enjoying that. Like,
yeah,
so it was good. I just think that they're very good characters. They're like stuff that WWE loves is the big characters. They're flamboyant. They're actually good in the ring. So they check all the boxes. So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly what Phil was saying. The way that they present the NXT call-ups, like them, Zoe Starks, all these different entities, a lot of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions has been way better than they have in previous years. Like, it feels like it used to be somebody gets called up and then you don't see them, or they become different characters, or they change. It's like, no, we're getting exactly the characters that were presented in the build, the damn development to the show. I thought that was the point of this, not to change it when they get up here.
Exactly.
Yeah, the only thing we're really missing, and I feel like it's just hold off until Ciampa's ready to go, is Gargano.
Right.
I think once Ciampa's back and they're ready to do the DIY run, I think we're gonna be cooking, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun time.
Yeah, that's it for the. Nope, we got one more super chat. Carl Nicholas says, I like Finn, but the way he's been booked there is no reason why the fans should have been should been respectful and let him speak. They let Priest and AJ speak.
Yeah, I mean, Finn is a heel. I get it. Like, Finn is a heel, and Rollins is the big babyface champion. Like, I get it, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's because it was Finn in that position that it happened. I think like some crowds are gonna be extra hot for that song. A lot of the crowds are hot for that song, and it's just circumstance. Like, wrong place, right time for Finn. It felt like,
Yeah, nah, definitely. Shout out to Antoine, man. Congratulations on your son's graduation, bro.
Oh yeah, that's dope. It is graduation season. So parents, anybody out there getting their kids ready for this, shout out to y'all.
It was on Tuesday, so shout out to y'all. Happy Father's Day, man. Facts.
Yeah. Big shout outs to everybody that has kids graduating. Kids going away to college this summer, man. It's a lot going on.
Wow. Your niece, Phil?
Yeah, in another month. It's coming up fast, man.
That's wild, man.
Let's see. On the Humper Chat side, Jake. When Jake sends a Humper Chat, man, I get worried.
He in his bag. He in his bag when he over there too.
He sends a lot of super chats, man. So when you send a Humper Chat, that means it's some stuff that he can't say in the super chat.
Yeah.
So, I'm already worried before I read this. Yeah. See, man.
Jake is the funniest.
Jake Salazar says, also, shut the fuck up, Dave. Go clean your room and cry at Punk is back. You're unsanitary. Yeah, I don't like Dave at all. He's a clown. I know
they do have an extra when it comes to Punk, they have an extra little something about the guy. I don't know what it is.
Fucking new era, man. We smoking Dave Pack, man.
Straight up.
Look, man. I let me finish off his Humper Chat because he paid for it. I know he went to bed in shambles. I don't know why people think he's good at what he does. I mean, let's not do all of that. Dave is still Dave, and there's a reason why wrestling media is what it is. There is no wrestling media as we know it without Dave Meltzer.
We're here on this stupid podcast because of Dave.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry. That's just what the facts are.
Yeah, he's a well-known historian. Like his rating system is a huge deal to a lot of wrestlers. But Dave is still Dave. We ain't got to do all that. Now, I don't always agree with him. I don't always agree with the way he covers things.
Not.
But, we don't have to agree. I still respect Dave a lot.
Hell of people don't agree with what I say, like a lot. Like I see it a lot.
Yeah. So. and I've seen people try to make it seem like because I've said things about their coverage of Punk that I didn't agree with that, we're anti-Observer or anti-those. No, it's not on that at all. Like I said, I respect Dave. I respect Alvarez and a lot of those guys over there. Some of their coverage,
I read the Observer. I'll be looking for their match ratings on Fridays, and they're fucking hilarious. When Brian be going on his rants, I'll be Brian's entertaining, man. Like I said, I respect what those guys do over there. So it's never any of that kind of energy with those guys ever. We don't want the smoke with the Observers.
Jake, if you want to be on that energy, can't tell you what to do, but I personally am not on that time.
Meltzer out.
No, sir. Not me.
Not me. Oh, man. So, to wrap this up, we had a pretty big storyline development with SmackDown because Jey Uso finally made a decision, and he left the Bloodline. Bloodline implosion is in full effect, guys.
Wow, they've done it. Both of the Usos are out of the Bloodline. I like this a lot. I thought this was great. I thought the stories that they could have probably told this 2 months ago, but these are apples and oranges. We're here now. The way that they tried to manipulate Jey into thinking that his brother was the one causing all the confusion. And then you think that Jay's agreeing with him. You think that he is going to turn on his brother, Jimmy. He tells Jimmy, you're out of the Bloodline. And then we're like, oh shit, this is crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean? And then about 5 seconds later, he's like, and so am I. And then he hits Roman with the big super kick. Great line, great huge super pop. Kick. Like the crowd's going insane. They're chanting Usos. Jay's fired up. He's at the ropes like the Ultimate Warrior. Jimmy's excited to have his brother back. They're hitting Solo with super kicks too. It's carnage out there. Great, really great ending angle for sure.
Poor Roman. He gets backdoored. Yeah.
Yeah, Roman got back up like, wait, hold on. I know I did not just see this.
Yeah, man.
Crazy, man.
And they hit him with the big double super kick. Yeah, no, that was a great ending. And then they just ride out. So it seems like they possibly could be setting up the Usos against Roman and Solo in a tag match at Money in the Bank. I'm thinking that's probably where they would go with, because Roman don't be defending that belt.
So where did they go after that? Now it's
right.
What's gonna happen after the match now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Julio, were you one of these? Jey could potentially be the one to dethrone Roman, or are you on this gang?
No, because I wanted Cody to win, so I didn't really see that. I was on the Cody. Cody had won me over.
Yeah,
but it did make sense, and I did. But again, I do feel that like him having the belt. It does, like him keeping the belt. It makes sense. Like, yeah, they could have done the same story without the belt, but it's the fact that I feel like he's the tribal chief because he's the champion. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you take that champion, it's like the tribal chief is not the same if he's not. He has damn 3 belts stacked on top of each other.
Got 3 belts, yeah.
He's the tribal chief, you know, like so everything is more meaningful, you know. But yeah, I wasn't, but I love it. I love that it's coming back to Jey and it's building a star. And like I've been saying, somebody give Jey the Emmy. Somebody give him the Emmy.
I can't agree. I'm sorry, I can't agree.
I know, but if they can give it for any TV show, why not, man? That's a character.
As of 6 minutes ago on WWE's Twitter, they have announced the match is official. It will be Roman and Solo versus the Usos at Money in the Bank.
Okay.
I'm curious because I do feel like they haven't done enough to justify why Roman needs to be still champion. And I understand what you mean, like story-wise, like he's the tribal chief because he still has the belt. He's still the top guy. He's still undeniably the biggest star in the company. So it makes sense for him to still have the championship. But I mean, story-wise, they haven't done enough for me to justify why he's still champion.
Because he's like not defending it, and there's like it doesn't look like he's gonna defend it anytime soon. Also, so it's just like, what, he got those belts, but you're not gonna put him up. I guess he has the thing with Rey Mysterio, but that's not even on TV. You know what I mean? So like, what's going on?
He has this family issue. You gotta take care of this family issue. That's it.
Now, do you guys think that Solo is eventually gonna turn on Roman too and join up with his brothers?
Yeah,
definitely. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, like there's certain parts he's looking at me like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder, like, who is Roman's opponent going to be for SummerSlam now? If it's not going to be Cody, then who is it? Because Cody's probably doing the Brock match.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, I don't know where we go, because it's like, all right, we're going to do Jey and Roman, or Jimmy and Roman, or who's going to decipher who's the, because that's the little trinket in there too, because Jimmy did admit, I didn't want you to be the right hand. So it's that little part of the story. And I noticed that they're taking every little, you got to pay attention, like they're in their elite bag, every little piece of the story. So I don't know, because it's like, he has to defend. I feel like he needs to have a title match, especially since not doing it at Money in the Bank. But where do we go? Is it Jay's time for a title match again? But we've been down this road before. Is it Jimmy's time?
Triple threat?
That's something.
That'd be kind of cool.
Man,
real talk though, Warrior Nation. Where the hell is Bobby Lashley?
Where is Bobby Lashley?
Like,
oh my God!
Why is he not on TV?
And
Bobby Lashley.
Roman didn't beat Bobby in his 3-year run yet. I don't believe so. So
what?
There's something right there to it.
No, my mind just got blown. I'm like, no, where is Bobby? Where the hell is he? What the hell's going on here? This is crazy. Like, he doesn't have. Did he have a qualifying match for the?
No.
Nope. He had the U.S. title match. He was in that bloodied. He got bloodied in that match, and we haven't seen him since with Sheamus in Theory.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Bobby would make a good opponent for
Bobby.
Roman.
Bobby would. He could get heated up very quickly if they needed him by SummerSlam.
Yeah, but this was a very, very good segment. I thought the pacing of it was good. The build up to it. This has been a long time coming with Jey. And
Paul Heyman, we got to talk about the role that Paul Heyman has played in this too.
Paul landed seeds in the segments beforehand of being like, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? And Jay's still like, nah, if I'm in, you're out.
Yeah. And that's one thing I like about Roman Reigns as a heel, because usually anytime there's a backstage segment where they're talking about the person, you're like, well, Roman's just gonna watch the show and see what you're saying about him. But the Roman character, you know that he's not gonna watch the show. Like, he's not gonna keep up with the backstage segments, because why? He doesn't have to. So like, they could keep telling these stories of like doing things behind his back without him even knowing, like even in character.
And my favorite part of it is Paulie. There's a point when Paulie's like shook because he's like, Jay's like, I want him out, and then he's nervous. Then when Roman says he brightens up so much. He's like, I love my rival chief. He's like, all right, I'm here. I'm still here. Like, oh
no, Paulie a fool, man. When Roman was like, you know who didn't want you to be second in command, and Paulie had that disgusted look on his face, like, I know who.
And then he looks at Jimmy like,
that's own brother.
It's your man.
Your man's right here talking greasy.
Yeah.
But they was wilding, Jay. I'm glad Jay didn't listen to him. That's your brother. These boys are talking. That's your twin, man. He got your back harder than any of these people in here. Do not let them fool you. And he didn't let them fool you. He thought for a long time that potentially he was going to turn his back on his brother. And I'm happy to see that they're keeping the Usos together and that we're going to see this implosion. I don't know if this is going to, like, when is Roman going to lose this? I don't even know if he's going to lose it at Mania at this point, man. What the hell's going on,
I don't know. But yeah, man, I think if anything we could say in the meantime, this has successfully done what it's supposed to do for all these guys. Like Evolution, how Evolution made all four of those guys a big deal. Like right now, all four of those guys look like stars.
Yeah.
And just to have this payoff and the crowd popped the way it did for Jay and the big loud Usos chant before that theme music hit afterwards, that was fire.
That was fire.
And just, I mean, everything about it. I think Jay's promo style just lended itself really well to this. Him doing the man all this time, been trying to be like you, Mr. Prom Prince.
Prom king.
And like, even when he would like slam you, I kept thinking he was dropping the mic because the way he just hitting the
right.
Like he was dropping the mic, and I'm like, oh, he's just in a bad
in
way.
It. Into it, man.
And then Jimmy played a good role too of being like, damn, this nigga is right. Like, I can't even come back on him with it.
Caught me.
Let him cook.
I did it. I said it.
Yeah, but nah, this was just perfect storytelling from start to finish. Like 3 years in the making of the only guy in the world that he would never turn his back on is Jimmy, because Jimmy had his back from the beginning when all of this first started. He never turned on Jimmy. I've been saying that from the beginning. And so I just think the way they've done this is really good. I am very curious to see what they do after the tag match at Money in the Bank. Where do you go with those four guys? Because I have to assume you're going to split the tag belts eventually, because what else are you going to do with the Usos if they don't have belts to challenge for?
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do with Roman for the remainder of the year if you're not going with Cody? I don't know.
That's been kind of the thing with the Usos their whole career, because they have always been so good, and that's why they had the New Day stuff for so long, because it was like, well, if they're not feuding, where do we have the Usos? Like, the Usos got to be contenders, and if they're not contenders, what are they going to be?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting after this to see where they pivot to. Again, very hot summer. Can you keep up the cinema when you've given up all the fucking scenes?
No,
we'll see.
I still think there's a lot of potential here.
There's a lot more in the pot, and and I'm glad, because as somebody that we're deep into it, so it's like we always can call it. I like that I can't. I don't know
can't
what's
call
going
it.
So I like that. I like feeling like that. Makes me feel like a kid again. It's rare you can feel like that with all this internet era. So if I could have moments like that,
agreed,
man.
Yeah, no, I think that's been like the coolest part about it. Like we joke about the cinema shit, but legit, like everybody just being excited for the moments. The Montreal moment at Elimination Chamber, the WrestleMania moments, like everything, all this build up, and everybody just being like, "This is great, this is amazing, it's awesome, I love it." Like like WWE for a long time didn't have the best stories. They weren't telling stories consistently like this, and for them to be paying off a long time story in such a compelling way is great.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a high mark for pro wrestling storytelling. Like the things that I enjoy from New Japan and the stuff that they've done with long-term storytelling and just seeing more of that in the U.S., whether it be with AEW and WWE, is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look what happens when you let it play out. I didn't think that was a real. I think that was fun.
Yeah,
like they keep saying that, but are we actually gonna do it? We got 2 more super chats before we get up out of here. AT says, glad he's coming back, but no one knew Ish till Punk himself made it public and gave credibility to the rumors. This mess was his fault. This sounds like my group chat. Bragov and Rajan says, do you see this end at SummerSlam or Mania? I'm thinking he's talking about Roman's reign.
Probably Mania at this point.
Yeah,
to Cody.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, what story are they going to tell if he's not going to win the Royal Rumble? He ain't going to win the damn Money in the Bank. How's he going to get back to this? They're on different brands.
Rumble. I think Cody will win Rumble from one.
Back to back?
Yeah, back to back.
I don't know.
Maybe. He shouldn't, but, you know.
He shouldn't. I don't know.
Because I think at this point, you could tell the story of him getting back without needing that. Because like he's a big you can tell a story a different way and give somebody else that Rumble win.
He's gonna get back. That's the only thing. Like, how would he get back unless an Elimination Chamber?
That's why I thought it's so weird. He's not in this ladder match, man. It's like what?
Weird.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. He didn't even have a qualifying match.
He didn't even try
it.
He didn't even go at least to the story and talk to them and be like, put me in this match, and they tell him no. Like at minimum, you could have been like that, but like nothing. Like no, I didn't even try.
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm slowly getting worried that they're going to do Cody versus Rollins for that new belt, and I'm slowly getting worried that they're just going to put that belt on Cody, and I think that would be a colossal mistake.
I hope they do not.
I hope that they don't do that.
Cody
but I don't.
Cody don't.
Man.
You know how I know? When that belt got introduced and Cody walked his ass all the way over to that belt and didn't tell one story about his dad, I said, "Oh, he don't."
No, he definitely
didn't tell one story about his dad.
About his dad.
Nah, man.
About that.
Nah, that was funny. Nah, that clip going around this week of Cody whispering, "I did it, Dad," after he won the Royal Rumble. Cody's that guy, man.
Cody is that
big
guy.
Cody fan.
He deserves it. He should beat Roman.
Yeah, I still think he's the guy to beat him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for the super chat. So I think that's it.
Let me see if we got any humpers left. We do not. I think we are ready to wrap it up, man. Thank you, Julio, for coming through, man.
Thank y'all.
Really dope.
Y'all, man. Thank y'all for what y'all doing for the culture, this platform. It's appreciated. You guys, shout out to Will too, the OG3, the new 3. Y'all fire. Like, y'all been doing y'all thing. Keep going. Y'all didn't quit. Y'all could have quit, but y'all kept pushing.
Never that. Never that. But yeah, no, I very much appreciate what you do, man. And like whether it be the music, the podcast, and I see you bubbling up. I see you in our comments sometime, and I'm just like, nah, this dude he shows us a lot of support, man.
I've said this a million times, but when we talked about this space, people like you are where I wanted it to get to, and I'm so happy to see guys like you, guys like Cam, everybody doing this and unapologetically being us. Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Love it. That's what we do on the Almanac show. We talk that. It's like, it's funny because it's like we've been doing it a little longer, but it's like Cam and Mace. It is what it is. It's
like, right. No, you guys have. That is 1000%.
We be cracking jokes. It's just all jokes, hot takes, and fun. We're not taking this serious. We're having a good time. Rap is the same. I'm just passionate about the music, trying to get that out. And just, drop the album after album projects and videos and just keep working, man. And Yes, I appreciate y'all again, and shout out to this is the first time I did a podcast live where it was comments going on. So shout out to commenters, y'all turned out.
It's a lot going on Grapsody.
Yeah, I'm in the corner like, yo, they get the takes off. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, we got some great supporters as always.
Yeah, appreciate our followers as always. Appreciate our audience.
But yeah, you got to get outside, big dog. There's a lot going on right now,
man.
We got time, man. But just want to.
That's pretty late.
Yeah, just let you know I appreciate you, bro, man. As somebody again that I see a lot of other black podcasters, and when people come here and they're like, yeah, it's cool to see black guys getting their stuff off on the podcast. I'm like, we're not the black podcast. We're not the only black podcasters out here. Yeah. And definitely want to show love to other guys out here working and putting out good content.
I appreciate that. I commend, and I did see y'all do that, and that's dope. And that shows that it's so much room for all of us. And the bigger y'all are, the bigger we get. We all grow and just keep working. It's enough for everybody because everybody got different tastes. Everybody dress different. Everybody talk different.
We are from different regions and shit. Like, there's so much that goes into this.
Exactly, man.
That's love. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming on, being a great guest, man, and keep grinding, man. Just keep killing it out there, man.
We gotta lock in, do some tracks, get some shit going too, man.
I'm saying, man, let's do this. So let the people know where they can find you real quick. You talked a little bit about
Heartbreak Julio, everything at Heartbreak Julio, Twitter, TikTok, Black People Meet. Local hookouts, whatever. Find me there at Heartbreak Julio, man. Instagram, Twitter.
You be getting your TikTok shit off?
I be trying to do my little TikTok. I want to do skits too with the Almanac. So I want to start doing that too. Follow the Almanac Show, Instagram, Twitter. Shout my brother Dre. Shout my brother Virgilio. Down Bad Records. We out here. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yo, appreciate you, man. You know what it is. This has been Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsay. My man, Righteous Reg out.
Keep me posted on the goings on out there, Philip Lindsay.
Yeah. We need that.
Yeah, definitely we'll keep you guys posted. But we are out of here.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.